10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Fantasy Football Press Box with your hosts, Scott Fitzgerald and Sean Clemens.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Fantasy Football Press Box. Should we do a little like what's it, Michael Buffer style? You know, like let's get ready to press box. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's another episode of the Fantasy Football Press Box. I'm your host, Sean Trader Clem, and that is my co-host, Scott, Run the Hurry Up, and Chris Buster Martin. We are missing Double Down Dan because he is late, as always. He's been taking a page out of Rocky's book, showing up just on time until today, and now he is officially late. So make sure when he gets here, guys, you guys give him lots of mess in the comments about how terribly horrible that is and unprofessional to show up late for your own show. Anyways, guys. How are you doing today, man? Scotty boy, looks like you are sitting outside. How's life? Are you going to be able to stay for the whole show? We want to make sure there's no interruptions.
No interruptions today. I'm fully recovered from the Canton trip, fully recovered from any personal things, and I'm ready to go. Oh, look who just showed up.
Speak of the Double Down Devil. Look at that. He finally showed up, everybody. Oh, did you have to draw on a new hairline or something?
I did. You see, I filled in a little bit of this spot over here now.
Yeah, you definitely LeBron'd it. I could tell.
Listen, I want you to watch your tone when you're talking to me like that, okay?
Do you have Dan, are you like drawing a line? Do you have like an appointment out in Turkey somewhere for anything?
I did not have it. Well, I had an appointment out in Turkey. Can't talk about what I was there for. Definitely not hair, fellas. I can tell you that. But listen, the show's not about me. The show's about football and football type discussions. And I want you guys to get back on track and stop looking at how handsome I look today.
You do look pretty handsome today, I must say.
You do, and you're going to look amazing when we skip from scene to scene and you're not in the shot now.
I knew he was going to bring it up. I knew he was going to say something.
We got Dugong, though. Dugong got his own camera this week. And
let me see Dugong. Let me see my son.
I wish.
You want to see? Hang on a second here. Let me adjust my camera a little bit because I'm obviously all whacked out right now. I've been standing up and sitting down and standing up and sitting down, so my stuff gets all crazy. I have no idea where I put Dugon. He's gone. I don't know. Dugon is gone, everybody. Dugon is gone.
Have you checked the front side of your pants? Maybe you're
I don't know where. I have no idea where he's at. I have no idea what happened to him, guys. I mean...
Oh, there he is.
Oh, Dugon, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man?
Oh, my God. The only man that is hairier than me and sexier than me at the same time. Good man, that kid.
I mean,
Scott, what are you doing? You having a little vacation over there, buddy? Were you just lounging?
I mean, this is the backyard in Michigan. It's beautiful. It's 80 degrees out, and there's not a cloud.
Get inside, you heathen! What are you doing? Get in an office. Don't be bragging on stream.
Scott, we all know bad things happen when you try to sit outside and podcast.
Yeah, it's gonna start storming in a minute, dude.
Hey, I'm enjoying nature.
He's just gonna get rained on, but it will only be Scott's house. It will. Yeah, his neighbors will be fine. They'll be out swimming around in the water.
That's go.
Oh man, dude, we tease, but we love Scott that he's back, and we appreciate it. Missed him a lot last week. So, guys, we know why you're all here right now. You're not here to listen to us tease Scott about missing the show and Dan being late to the show. You're here to talk about the upcoming drawing for our charity leagues. Just like we are, everybody's excited to see who is going to get these final 17 spots. And yes, I said 17 guys for a reason. Our good friend Digger said that he wanted to make sure somebody else got that opportunity to play and passed it back for a respin. What do we got, Chris?
It's 19.
It's 19.
It's 18 is half, right? Am I right, Scott?
It's 18, and then Digger's
I'm terrible.
19.
You
so we
guys,
don't
you
do
see what
19
happens?
spins.
You see what happens? You know, when I try to talk to you guys, I just screw everything up. At least I went in that direction. I didn't say more, and then we had to take it backwards. At least I said, not as many, and we got to bring it up to 19. That's better.
Listen, man, if it was like integers or like inverses, I wouldn't have known. But 5th grade, I got this. I can count. That's all I got.
It's grade math, right?
That man
I
is
love it.
molding the future of America. That man right there. An Eagles fan.
It's a lot better than it would be if I was the one doing
20
it.
by
Right?
20.
Like,
Yeah,
geez
they
Louise.
wouldn't let you within 500 feet of a school. Let's be honest with ourselves here, okay?
I am not on that list, okay? Don't you dare say that.
I didn't say anything about a list. I don't know why you went straight to a list, but it's kind of confusing, and I'd like to talk about it a little bit.
Oh, man. You know what I want to talk about real quick before we move forward is why does every time I make a new thumbnail, Scott look more and more like Vin Diesel? Like, I mean, have you noticed that? If you look at the
in
most
real
recent
life,
thumbnail,
I hope it's
Yeah.
not fat in Vin Diesel, because I
Dude,
don't want to be the
you
fat Vin
guys-
Diesel.
yeah, the Vin Diesel that needs to fast furiously.
Yeah,
You guys all look tough in yours, and I look like your dad.
It's so crazy. But AI just keeps getting further and further away from what Scott actually looks like. You know what I'm saying? Dad's lost weight from picture to picture. Scott
I love that
has gone
picture.
in the other direction. I think he's literally changing races as we move forward. It's getting to the point where it's starting to get us canceled, and we need to stop. So AI, I'm gonna have to make some changes next time. Maybe upload another headshot of Scott and get us back
He's
to
just
square
ghost
one.
white. He's just ghost white and pale.
He's starting to look bad. I don't want to take
Hey,
it to that point.
don't make me look like the lead character in Powder. I do.
No,
not.
he's going to be Robert Downey Jr. and
the opposite route.
Scott, do me a favor and just flex for me real quick. I just want to see how close you are to Vin in real life.
Scott for an old man ain't bad, dude. He's
Hey,
got some muscles for an
I
old
got
man.
Whoa, whoa,
Oh,
whoa!
look at
There's
Rocky.
children, you son of a bitch. Take it easy.
Oh man, it's like turning into
Poke my eye
DJ.
out. Good
He's gonna
lord.
Next thing you know, he's taking his shirt off.
Hey,
Oh, Rocky Prop. There he is.
don't tempt me.
Lost weight and gained hair. Oh, I love it.
Still
One of us
man.
has to get hair, boys. I'm just going to tell you right now. One of us has to have a head of hair. Somebody's got to find some hair somewhere.
Well, Sean gave his away for a good cause.
And he's
So-
covering it up like it's not a luscious head of hair. Scott, would you ever wear a hat again
mean-
if you had that coif under it?
No way.
Oh my God, I'd be like a Maybelline commercial just like
Yeah.
this everywhere I went, dude.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
no way you could put a hat on me.
Is that better? You'd rather have that?
Oh
versus
my
like-
God, it's like a
Look at
male
like-
model joining the
Sitting
stream.
there, I would just be sitting there and doing this and feathering it and just like
I'm over here missing my legs, and Sean's like, I'll roll around in a wheelchair for fun. You know what I mean? Like,
Jeez, man, bro, you took it to a whole other level, dude. Like, wow.
It's okay. Listen, this is what happens when you got no hair.
it's a hair analogy. a hair
Wait a
analogy.
minute, Chris. Are you also in the same boat as Scott? Is this not? I mean, Dan looks
man.
like he might be doing it on purpose. Like
Dan's doing it.
it might be a choice for Dan, but I don't
Yes.
know about you guys now. It looks like both you guys have kind of that choice was gone after
It's
high
made
school.
for us. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. There you go. That's a great way to
We
put
should
it.
do an episode. We could do a whole GoFundMe for Scott and I to get toupees.
Oh, dude, that'd be great. That'd
I'm
be
gonna show.
hilarious.
I'll do an episode on how to straight razor correctly without
Yes.
cutting your head.
I will grow my hair out again if I can make a wig that Scott would wear. That's probably
I gotta
the
tell
only
ya,
thing that would
I
get me
need
to
to
grow my
see
hair
Scott
out
in a
again.
wig immediately. I need to see it.
No,
Scott, I'm gonna send you a wig, bro.
I
I'm
do
gonna
not
buy
want
you
to
like
look
a
like. I do not
like a
want to
D.
look
Snyder wig or something from
like. I do
Twisted
not wanna
Sister.
look like
You know,
Pedro. I do not want to look like Pedro in Napoleon Dynamite. I do not want to look like.
vote for Pedro.
I want to.
I'm gonna make you a vote for Pedro shirt of Scott with the Pedro hair. and it'll say vote for Pedro, and you guys can buy it on our new line of clothing that's coming out soon. It'll be Scott's Vote for Pedro shirt. Dan, would you buy that shirt?
No. Sorry.
No.
Did you wait? Do it again. Ask me again. I forgot where I was. Go ahead. Do it one more time.
Dan, would you buy that shirt?
Not at all. No, would not buy it one fucking second. Not an iota of that shirt is on this person over here.
I love
You
it.
know what? You know what shirt I would not buy? I would not buy Dan's top 10 quarterbacks list shirt. After watching that show yesterday
Listen,
from D-Gen
Shots
Fantasy.
fired.
one of us, and one of our quarterbacks is number one. The other one barely made the top 15. I don't know which team it is, Scott, but I definitely don't think it's Josh Allen in the top maybe 15.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Dude.
And
It is a mess.
your best friend Bry created half that list too, so I figured you would be on board with
I
it.
can't wait to hear it. Is that the list you're using today?
No, I didn't even get quarterbacks. I got relegated to running backs because Trader Clem hates me. I don't know what's going on with
No, because everybody wants to see Scott and Scott in quarterbacks. Come on, that's like our position, dog.
We
We're
are the
super
whisper
flex people. You guys don't even know how. You don't even like drafting. Period. Let alone knowing how to rank a proper.
Well, maybe
position.
we could do a draft that doesn't take a week and a half. How about that, bud? Like, can we do a draft that's like 14 minutes? Can I
No.
do some other things? Maybe is that all right with you?
But that is the point of a slow draft, is so you could do plenty of other things during the 4 or 5 day draft.
You know what I've always heard? Never mind. Can't say that. Sorry. Forgot what show I was on. The slower
Yeah,
the better.
say
That's
that.
what everyone always says, right? When you go to McDonald's and you're trying to get a McDouble, it should take 35 minutes, right?
It's
Slower the better, baby.
Depends how many times you got to send it back.
I could see why your wife is not happy in your relationship, Dan.
Oh, I can too. It's okay.
I'm kidding. I know your wife loves you.
That is pretty funny.
This is Jimmy's comment. Were you all in a league where the loser had to grow his hair out, and that's why Sean's hair was so long?
Yes. That's
That's
exactly
so
why 3 of us don't have hair. That's
It would've been
exactly
terrible
why.
if I had to grow mine. I'd
I
have
think
a
it would be
bullet.
hilarious if we were in that league and Scott was the one that
We had to grow out a bullet. Scott, what do you
grow it
think?
out. Yeah, you look like Jason Alexander.
If I grew my hair out, it would grow out like this way, and I would have to comb it over like this way.
Yes.
So
Oh, that'd
can
be
you
great.
grow like a
That would be so
cul-de-sac
great.
situation? Like just
So-
this doesn't grow? Or
Yeah,
what?
he's got the
how's it grow
Alexander
in?
for sure,
Same
bro.
thing. Yeah, right up
Just
here for
this
me.
part. So, like
Oh.
I said, like the back and the sides would grow out, and I'd have to like comb it over like this,
Yeah.
and then the front bangs would like curl up.
Yeah,
You
see,
know
I would do
exactly
a
like our
beard over
president
it.
Not
does.
bad.
I would
I
grow out
mean-
my beard and comb that over.
I mean, that could be a trend. That could be a new hairstyle trend that could catch on.
It's Scott. That's not new. That's been like done by bald men for decades, and there are still plenty of them doing it. Like
Wow.
you see them all the time. Usually it's the sideways one. Usually it's like coming from over here and it's coming all the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, usually it's the sideways version. You know, what you're
According to
talking about,
Instagram-
that's a little bit unique, right? Especially you get it long enough where you kind of like curl it behind your ears or something. Like, that might be cool. But that comb over sideways, that one gets me every time. It's great.
According to Instagram, all you have to do is eat some gummies now, and your hair just grows right back. That's
I
it.
don't know if those are the gummies you're talking
Yeah,
about.
I think
thought
you're,
they
I
made
think
you
you're
happy or
confusing your
something like
gummies,
that.
bro. I think they just make you feel like your hair is growing.
You could feel the hair
all, like,
growing
different
when you
hers.
eat a couple of those gummies. That's the thing. Yeah.
I didn't know friends were coming. I just shaved my antlers.
Imagine if you just had to eat a couple 100 milligrams a day and you'd have a full head of hair. Scott would never be on the show anymore. He'd just be in his backyard, just on the floor. That's it.
Yep. All right, guys, let's do roll call. Who's in the
Yeah,
chat?
let's do it.
Look
Right?
at Cheeky's
All
in
right.
there.
Just
Crooked
guys,
Commish.
shut up. Let's move forward. Cheeky, our boy Jimmy, Cyborg. What's up, everybody? Good to see you guys today, man. We're glad to have all you guys here. Our buddy Crooked Commish also in here today. It's great to have everybody around, man. We're so stoked on the show. As you can tell, we are getting off to a slow start here, especially Dan. But we're all getting there, and we're catching up with each other and going over some sports stuff. We haven't even talked about football yet, but we are going to now. Dude, what did you guys think about Quinton Williams signing the massive deal that he signed.
$105 million over 3 years.
How do you trade away Parsons and do everything that happened with that scenario and then turn around and give a guy like Quinn Williams that type of money? I just don't understand.
Makes no sense. You have Micah Parsons, generational talent. You won't give him that money. You'll give it to Quinn Williams. That's absolutely absurd.
Exactly. Who have not to say that like either of them are like a headache or anything like that, but I don't think either of them are known to be like, great teammates in the locker room or anything, so it's not like they're gaining anything in that aspect by switching from one to the other. Basically what you're losing the opportunity to have a Lawrence Taylor type of impact because Quinnen just doesn't bring that to the table. He hasn't yet, and I doubt he's going to do it now.
Dude, Dallas, this could affect CD and Pickens too, because now they do actually have a defense, though. They might have 7 new starters this year. You got that kid Caleb Downs. You got Rashawn Gary's there now. You got Quinnen Williams. You got Malachi Lawrence. I think that team is going to be more like that's good news for Javonte Williams stocks.
I mean, I agree. And I also think, like you said, this affects George Pickens in more ways than one, because I think this means for sure George Pickens is not a Cowboy next year.
No, he's gone.
Yeah, I think that's basically the money that would have spent on extending Pickens and keeping him around. I think they know at that point now that Pickens is no longer part of their future.
Can't they just franchise tag him? They're like the kings of franchise tags.
That's true.
I mean, they could, but you're still.
He would sit out. He's the kind of guy.
He's not the kind of guy that's going to perform like Pickens performs on that type of contract situation. Yes. He's just.
Would you sign him to a long-term deal, like realistically, with the problems that he's had?
If I was them, I would have signed him to a long-term deal more than I would have signed Quinnen to the long-term deal.
Agreed.
I like Quinnen
completely,
but I don't like him as much as I like the impact George Pickens could bring to the table, as well as helping CD and Javonte and every other part of that offense. Whereas Quinnen, I don't think does as much for the defense as what Pickens can do for that offense.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely.
So,
or what Micah Parsons would have done for the defense. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, Parsons was game changer.
George Pickens, in my opinion, is obviously you have T. Higgins out there too, but George Pickens is the best number 2 receiver in the league. I mean, so he's going to command a large sum of money, whether the Dallas Cowboys give it to him or somebody else gives it to him.
Yeah, and there's too many teams that need receiver.
He'll be the one somewhere, if not.
Yeah, put him in like Buffalo. Vegas needs a number 1 receiver badly. They got a young quarterback, up and coming, good tight end to take away some attention. So there's a lot of places that would pay him top dollar to come play there, and a lot of them that don't have taxes. Let's not forget about that part.
Yeah, like where you're going.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So there's a lot of things out there for Pickens next year that wouldn't surprise me if it's going to be something that Cowboys just can't match and they won't even attempt it. I think they just assume they'll move on. They'll probably draft a guy next year, to be honest, knowing them.
What's his offer on the open market? What does he get in the open market? If he has another George Pickens type season like he did last year, where he's a touchdown hawk and he's got 10 touchdowns.
What did Pierce get, like 140 over 4, right? And I think Zay was in the same boat.
About that.
Oh yeah, so, he's going to demand that because every receiver going forward is going to hate the Colts. Or the receivers will love the Colts, the owners will hate the Colts because the Colts set the bar.
They did. And teams are going to give him, or are going to opt to give him a shorter contract with more money because they're scared of him long term.
Yeah, so you're going to want whatever contract he gets. Like I agree with Jimmy. Jimmy just said 3 years. Maybe give him like a 4-year deal and like front load it like for the first 2 years, and then the last 2 years are just like part, incentive.
Yeah, year three is like it's a potential, like I could handle year 3, but year 4 is like if he's on the team in year 4, he's either restructured or he's cut. Like before the start of the league year, like that kind of a contract I could see coming for him. And like a team like, so let's say you talking about the Ravens, right? We brought up Zay Flowers. You look at what happens with Lane. If Lane doesn't come out and prove that he's that good of a player, and the Ravens are looking like they're a competitive team with Lamar and the window might be closing, I could see them paying a George Pickens to come and team him up with Zay Flowers and pay him.
Derrick Henry gets 1 more year again.
Henry maybe sticks around for another season or whatever. He goes on there. I could see somebody like that going after him. So Pickens will be a really high commodity. He'll probably sign within the first few hours of free agency, whatever happens there. Yeah, he'll be one of the top guys.
Yep.
Let me tell you where I don't want to see Pickens, by the way. Not in Philadelphia. I don't want to see Pickens anywhere close
I
to
knew you were
Philly.
going to say that. I almost brought that up if Mekhi Levin doesn't become like as good right out the gate and Philly wants to make a run again.
Yeah.
I could see them doing something like that, like 100%.
Something stupid, or like him going to the Patriots or something like that. Yeah, no thanks. No thanks. You better lock him up.
I'll take him.
You better lock him up.
One season. How about our projection last week on the what is it? Ambiguously, I don't want to say the wrong thing.
Ambiguously split duos.
That's dude. How about my man Roma Doomsday definitely stretched out a little too far on Luther Burden's groin and caused in training camp a groin injury, man.
Yes.
Luther Burden might not start the season.
Wait a minute. Did you just blame Luther Burden's injury on Romo Doomsday's position in ambiguously split duos?
Absolutely, brother.
Wow,
what a deep stretch.
But that was pretty crazy.
That was a deep stretch, dude.
I mean, yeah, both the take and the situation. I mean, jeez Louise.
He's going to miss the whole preseason now.
Yes, those props are real. They are real props.
Yep.
Yeah. See, what should have happened is he should have stretched him a little further, like kind of closer to the position I was actually trying to go for, a little bit. But since that we didn't get there, he didn't get all the way stretched out. You know what happens?
Oh, wait, hold on. Buka just got in an accident on his bike.
Oh my Lanta, are you serious? Oh, you got me! Oh, you got me good. I was thinking you were dead on. I was like, we got
Buka's
breaking
going back to
rehab. Oh, Chris.
If you were not here last Monday, you missed out.
He even pulls up the phone. He's like, oh, wait. So
Welcome in, old guard.
Welcome
in, old guard.
And
what's up, Brian?
Jimmy wants to talk about my trade today, Sean, the one I threw into our chat. He said it was a terrible trade. I don't know which way he's saying it's a terrible trade.
Okay, yeah. Well, what league was that in? Text me the league and everything, and I'll pull it up at some point during the show. We'll get to it here a little later. We'll talk about it. Or we could save it for another edition, and we could actually incorporate it into our Trade Talk Tribunal.
No worries. He just wrote something. That's why I said it.
But that we could always talk about that here soon. Just send me some text messages so I know exactly what league, and we can talk about it. So, yeah, man. What else should we talk about here? Any other NFL news that we want to go over real quick before we move into the drawing?
Jonathan Taylor getting a little extension.
Yeah, I mean, we could talk about all the extensions. Everybody's been getting extended.
Everybody's getting their money right now.
Dude, it's like the Oprah in the NFL right now. You get extension, you get extension, you get extension. It's like just everywhere, dude.
These are big extensions, though,
because they're showing up.
Hear what happened?
That's what she said.
Did you guys hear what happened? You guys were talking about it. I know. Dan was talking about it on his show, but Dan, I know these guys. I don't know if they know or not, but Jonathan Taylor bought a round for everybody that showed up, didn't he?
Yeah, he sure did. We did the math, and if they charge $9 per beer, $31,500 bill right there. We did theorize though that the owners probably picked up the tab, right? There's no way he's like, give $30,000 to these people.
Yeah. I mean, you never know, right? If you just got multi-million-dollar contract, and he's talking, maybe they got, like you said, like a deal, but he probably paid like 25 cents a beer or something. You know, I mean, not like what we paid. You know.
I mean, either way, it's a complete, just incredible move, and I hope to do it one day. That's just a great move. How can you hate someone that buys everyone a beer?
No,
you can't.
Dude. I'll tell you what, man. If Frosty Roulette makes us tons of money, then I will buy everybody in our group a beer.
Wow, how generous of you!
I know.
That's like
right?
5 people. Why don't you take a break over there? Why don't you take a break? You're buying, you know what you're buying? Some terrible decisions in Vegas. That's what you're buying, buddy.
Oh, man. What is Joe? What's up, Joey? How you doing, buddy? Joe just got bad news for fantasy owners. Good news is I see all 3 of those guys producing at a very high level. Bad news is I can't tell which one or which games those are. What is he talking about?
I think he wrote Mike McDaniel quote above, so I think that's what he's.
Oh, Mike. Oh, yes. Okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's a very Mike McDaniel type quote right there for sure.
I think that's what it is.
Can we fly him out? Are we done with him?
Hey, babe, how you doing?
Is that
that's my girl?
Is that Omarion Hampton, Keaton Mitchell, and Kamani Vidal? Is that what he's talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
That's exactly who he's talking about.
Okay.
Especially Kamani. That is who he was thinking of, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says Kamani, Keaton, Omarion.
Yep. I hope he
not
fails so miserably where he is and he's never seen in the league again. I'm so done with that guy. I'm so done with him.
Mike McDaniel?
Yeah, absolutely.
The problem for Omarion is I love him. He's an incredible athlete. He cannot pass block at all. He ranked like 39th out of 40th in pass block. He was terrible last year. So he has spent the entire offseason learning how to pass block.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think he's just throwing a lot of smoke. Honestly, I think that they'll be just fine in that, but they're going to run the heck out of Omarion.
They're just going to have to put the other guys in at times. Yeah,
I agree with JoJo. I bought a lot of shares this year
of Omarion Ham. Me too. He's athletic as hell.
I think he'll play Keaton like he played. What was the old man? Raheem Mostert.
Raheem Mostert.
Yeah, he'll have that Mostert type of position, which was very valuable for fantasy. So Keaton is definitely a guy to snag where you can get him. He's going way late too. What, like mid 15, 16 rounds, somewhere in that range?
Yeah.
So, but anyways, all right, guys. Scott's got his thumb in the camera, so we are going to move right on over to the next 9. Oh, wait, no, we're doing what? 10 start, right? We're going to do 10 and then 9. So we're going to jump on over to our next wheel spin, ladies and gentlemen. This is what you guys are here for. Oh, wait, what happened to Dan? That's right. Dan doesn't show up on any scenes until we get him in the stage.
Listen, I just want to touch base real quick on the absolute travesty that we saw happen and unfold last stream. It will not be happening again today. I will be watching this wheel. Audience, I want you to keep an eye on Scott. I want to know where his hands are at all times. I want to see your thumb in the camera, sir.
Go like this, guys.
But Buster, I trust you. I trust you a little bit more than these guys. I'm
waiting to win one, man. I don't know. My name's on there like 25 times. I can't get.
That's what I'm saying. We can't account for who's spinning this wheel or where it's being spun from, but I'm watching both of you. I just want you guys to know that. Go ahead, and you better be good on this first spin. I'm just going to tell you that.
Hey, you know what? I know there's a couple of guys on the here that haven't gotten hit yet that I want to make sure get hit. And me and Scott talked about it. We're going to give our entries away if they land on us. So don't be talking mess. We're going to see how this plays out.
We're going to get them down to 0 entries altogether, boys. I got you. We got you.
You and me.
It's just going to be me and you, buddy. That's it.
Oh, man. Hey, wait a second. All right. That feels better.
You son of a gun, you.
All right. Let's spin the wheel before I go crazy.
Uh-oh.
Where's your hands? Let me see them.
Who's the first contestant?
Between 2 pillows.
Oh,
no! Oh, my God.
All right. We're fine, guys. This wheel is absolutely fine. Nothing wrong with it. Yeah, we're good.
I'm great. All right, so Dan, you are good. Do you know what league you're going to do?
This is Sean's mechanic.
No, you don't know?
You know what I'm going to do.
Yeah,
this is Sean's mechanic, right? Yes. I do all the maintenance on Sean's cars. That is me. Yeah, no, it's obviously,
but okay.
It's obviously the other. It's the Buffalo Bills. That's where I'm going. I'm going.
James Cook, doing James Cook. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's James Cook. So you guys know, we have Scott. How many we got left? 3 spots left, I believe, for Bijan, if I'm not mistaken.
No,
that's you.
We only have 1.
We only have 1.
I didn't know that was your last name.
11.
Yeah,
11
that's me.
Congrats, buddy.
11 people in Bijan, so 1 more
That's why I'm
Bijan.
celebrating over here. This wheel is not rigged, boys. I thought it was, but I'm kind of coming around to this wheel a little bit. I kind of like it.
Well, Dan, I really appreciate you saying that because we worked really hard on it, and trying to load things up so it doesn't look like it's weighted was really difficult. So the fact that you said that, man, it really helps out. Makes me feel a lot better.
Timu Kevin Nealon is the best name on the board.
That is our boy Martin Brundle right there.
That's
Martin Brundle wanting to get his extra way there because he donated a few extra dollars to lock himself in. And he's also with that so far. He is locked into the top 12, guys. If you haven't donated and you're not locked into the top 12 currently, right now I'll read off the names for you guys. We've got Chris, who's on the show with us, Buster Martin, Tim Broderick, myself, Troy Barner, Colby Conway, Christopher Calfee, Jimmy Myers, Rilo Mastrantonio, I think I said that right. I probably butchered it. Scott, Robert Benson, Joey Jacobs, and Martin Brundle holding down the final spot. So we do have one person in the top 12 that's not going to take the seat, which is my mama. Thank you, mama, for donating. But she is not going to take her spot, so that means Martin is locked in right now. But if you want to take it over, Martin has $63 total donation in there, guys. So if you want that spot and you want to take it from him, you have an opportunity to do that up until the end of the show. Otherwise, Martin is getting that spot. I'm rooting for you, Martin. So hopefully you can lock that down. So that's where we're at, Scotty. I only got 11 listed in here on the Bijan Robinson. So if you can make sure to lock in that, make sure that I'm either 11 or 12, whatever we're at. If there's 2 or 1 spot left, I want to make sure we get that right before we continue to draw these numbers.
I'm looking at right now in the league. I see 11 in the league.
All right, if we've got 11 in the league, then we're probably just behind on the sheet by 1. So I'll make sure to update that. That might be because I think Cheeky might not be listed on the sheet. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, because I know
and then a Chan jersey. Right now, we have 5 in the league.
We got 5 in the A-Chan jersey.
Yep, there's 5 in the league right now. And then for the Cook jersey, we have Dan would be 6. We have 5 in there right now, so Dan would be 6.
Perfect. All right, guys. If you could do me a solid, Scotty, and update the spreadsheet if you can make that happen while you're on the air. I'm not sure. It's up to you if you got your computer open or not.
I'll keep track of the names for you guys.
I appreciate it. I just want to make sure that we don't overload a league and tell somebody they're in a certain league or not and get it wrong. Because we're getting to that nitty-gritty, guys. We're going to fill these leagues up right now. So let's get another spin in. We know we got at least 1 spot open in every league right now, so we can spin confidently.
Yep.
It's gonna be you, Buster.
Nope.
Is it you, Aurelio? Stuck to Aurelio. Aurelio is getting in almost every one of these leagues now. Aurelio, that is another one for you, buddy. I'll reach out to you soon. I know he's available and he's doing the fast draft with us. My guess is he's probably going to end up having to do the Von A-Chan jersey because he's not going to be free for the 20th. But I'll verify that with him and we'll make sure that we know which league he's going to take. But congratulations, Aurelio, man, that you locked in another one, doggy. And he is one of the top 12.
Congratulations, Aurelio. Congratulations.
Yeah, Chris is very upset about it. Like both Chris and Scott missed it by a second. And Chris, I have a feeling though that you're gonna get it, brother. You'll lock it in.
If not, all the money goes to good stuff. I'm gonna get that Brock Bowers helmet.
I like that. I like that a lot. Positivity, baby. Let's get Chris on the board here. Come on. Oh, is it gonna be our boy Tim? Tim Broderick.
Timmy. Good stuff.
There we go. I do not see Tim's name on the list in the Bijan League. So again, there's still potentially one more person that I don't have on the sheet that I'm looking at right now. So sorry guys, I didn't verify this before we got on the show today. I had updated that sheet and just was working on other stuff and completely forgot to go and double check before we started the show. But Tim, let us know what league you want to join right now. You're going to be first dibs on the option to get into Bijan if you're not in there already, since you're the first name drawn. Rilio we know is in there already, so you don't have to worry about Rilio. And who do we have another one that drawn already before Rilio? Or was Rilio the first?
It was Dan, Rilio, and
Dan, Rilio. Yeah, and we know Dan's and Cook. That's right. So Dan and Rilio and Tim so far. Tim, you let us know if you want that last and final, or one of the last 2, whatever it is, spots in Bijan. Or the others. All right, Chris, this is you right here, Chris. This is yours. I'm feeling it.
It's
this
okay.
One right here is yours.
I'm playing Martin Brundle in roster roulette. Martin, you're up.
Oh, Jacob Olsen. I was so wrong. It wasn't Chris. It was Jacob Olsen. And Jacob is probably somebody we met at the expo, I'm assuming, because I don't recognize the name off my head or top of my head. But thank you, Jacob, for your donation, and welcome to the leagues. Scotty will try to track down your information, figure out what league you're in, and you will be second up as far as picking your league is concerned. All right, let's give it another spin because this is the one that Chris is finally going to win.
No.
Stop! Oh, it's Chris again. It's just the wrong Chris.
Good. Did you see my name was right before?
They're both Chris. Look at. Oh, I love it. Chris, man, this is a cool dude too. So I'm glad he won. But he was already in one, so I was hoping it was you. But you get another one, Chris. Let us know. Scotty will reach out. Turn away. Is he one of the ones in Bijan already?
He's in Bijan already.
All right, so that means he won't be taking that one. He'll be either one of the other two. So that is, what is that, number 4?
That is number 5.
Number 5. All right, we got 5 more right now, guys, and then we're going to do our final 9 at the end of the show after we do our Rockm Sockm Power Rankings. What do we got? Come on, Chris. Oh, is it Mama?
Dan, number 2.
Dan's getting in again.
Yeah. See, this is how I know it's not rigged, because I wouldn't get it twice if it was, boys. I'm just going to tell you that now. Dan loves this wheel. I said a lot of things about this wheel last week. I want to take it all back. This is obviously a really nice wheel.
And, Dan's not going to be like the rest of the hosts and give up their spot for a respin after he already got into one.
You know what I'm going to do, boys? Hold on. I'm going to not even think about giving my second spot away and just keep it because I'm that much of a gentleman. I just feel like that's the sweetest thing I could possibly do.
Hey,
or
you know what, Dan?
I could let Chris borrow it.
No.
Chris,
I
borrow
think
it?
you should do 2 leagues, and then when you win a jersey, you can just give it to me because you're going to do better than I'm going to in the league anyway.
I mean, that's a fact because I'm the best drafter on the show. But
you obviously haven't seen him draft.
We all saw you draft, so don't even start Bryce Young, okay? Let me take a breath over there.
Dan,
number 1 overall pick.
Dan, do you want the Bijan fast draft or you want the
don't take Bijan because Bijan, they only have that one spot left, and I want to make sure those other 2 guys get a chance at it.
So there's 2 spots from what I got because
I don't
have Billy's name. So Billy's in the league, but did he win a spot?
Oh no, that's what it is. Billy's just in the league as a commish, just there work with us since he's working on it.
So we have 2 spots remaining.
Gotcha. Okay, I should have known that. So Dan, yes, you can take Bijan if you prefer. That's another fast draft. It'll be live on Thursday.
No, seriously, I was just being a dick a second ago. You can respin for someone else, for sure.
No, it's all right. We're teasing you, brother.
Respin for someone else, seriously.
Do you want to give it to somebody?
I could give it to somebody who hasn't gotten one yet. Seriously.
Give it to Chris. Chris
has got it. Chris has got it.
I don't spin it again. Spin it again. I feel better, man. Bad karma.
Oh, my God. Can you be nice to a Philadelphia Eagles fan? Can you be nice to anyone from Philly at any point in time?
Nice guy from Philadelphia. Just me.
If I walked up to him with a knife, he'd probably treat me a little nicer. I think that's
he left Philly. Way. He's like, I can't live here, man.
Hey, in the chat that hasn't got one, who would like one? You can have it. I feel like we should.
Now 17 people are going to write that they want.
I think we should spin it again.
Just spin it again. Come on.
It's going to be Sean's mom. No,
it's
going to be Sean's mom.
We both said at the same time.
Oh, it is!
No, don't do it. Oh, my God.
I called it.
Wow. Oh, my God. All right. I'm back on this. This is weighted. I don't like it, boys. I'm just going to say that right now.
I called it.
I should let my mom keep this one. Be like, Mom, you have to pick one and play. Like, I want to see how you turn out with your team. Oh, man.
Again, I guess, right?
Yeah, I'll respin it again. She don't mind respinning it. That's what she said. So, all right, guys. As we know, I think that was her last one. She literally landed on all 3 of hers. Like, I don't know how that happened, but yeah, all 3 of hers got hit.
She has no idea how much she has talked about on this podcast.
Yeah,
dude. Seriously. And Chris, you donated more, and you bought the board 3 times still, and you can't get any of them to hit. Like, what is happening?
I called the last pick out of all those names. That's all I'm saying. I called that.
So bad. Oh, all right. So this is still 5 because we respun and respun.
This is going to be
5, right?
This will be 6. This is 5. We have
this will be 6, right? So we already have 5 exactly. Okay, I was off by the way I said it, but my mind was right. Robert Benson. Look at that. I think that's his second one, if not his third even. It might be.
I think it is. Take a look.
Good job, Robert. So that means that he still has, like we said, there's 2 spots open in Bijan now. So whoever you're in that specific order, if it's open by the time we get to you, then you'll be good to go. Scott will be reaching out, or you can reach out to me to DM. I believe that's how we did it last time. Either way, we'll get you lined out. Congratulations, doggy. All right. Chris would be a great. See, Old Card wants you to get it too, dog.
Look
Like,
how
you gotta
close
take it.
I am, baby.
You just gotta take one.
I know, but it's funnier.
That until you don't get one.
That's okay.
Oh, is that back to back?
It is back to back.
So that's the third one. It's got to be his third one.
It
there.
is.
He's,
It's his third one.
So then he's guaranteed a spot, I guess, because we have no choice. We have to put him in the Bijan League since he got all three.
Ooh.
So that's only one spot left for Bijan now. So Robert, you are in all three leagues.
Yeah, we don't want anybody else to get
work.
three.
Yeah, right. Because if somebody else gets three, then nobody gets to pick Bijan again, unless one of them can't make it, and we figure out some other way to.
So
work that
real
out.
quick, Sean, I'm from what I got on my list. Before we spun, we have 18 spots available right now. Like I haven't put anybody in yet since we drew, so we have 18 spots left. That's what I'm counting. So we have 2 left in Bijan. So if you want to do quick math, we got 2 spots in Bijan left.
No, one, because we got one we have to assign now.
Prior to when we picked. Prior
to drawing.
Yeah.
Yes.
2 in Bijan. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 in a Chan, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 in.
That's 19.
That's 19. All right, so we're good.
Yeah, that's good. Yep.
Okay, just double checking math.
Yep, it's 17 and 2.
And so now, as of right now, we've added 1 to Bijan. So we've got because he had all 3, so he has no choice.
Yeah, so I already put
yes,
and then I'm going to add another to Bijan, which is going to be Robert Benson.
Yeah, well, that's the one that we're talking about.
Yeah, that's the one where he's guaranteed.
Yeah, so there still should be one more, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, so that one will be in the order we've gone through, unless somebody hits their third spot, and then we have no more.
Right.
So that's where we're at, guys. Yes, this is confusing, but hey, what are you going to do? Trust me, we're getting it right. The 4 heads together are getting it correct. Stop! It did it again! Dicky, play! That's our boy Dick over at Lightning Leagues. So I'll reach out to Dick, and we'll see what league he wants to join and get him squared away as well. So congratulations, Dick. Good job, brother.
I'm gonna bet on one of the people that's after my name. That's my next bet.
If it lands on Osley, the one that's on there now, like girlfriend, then I am making sure you take that one. I'm not gonna take no for an answer. Or me, either one.
I would never take that away from Osley. I want her to beat you in the James Cook League and then burn the jersey. I'm just kidding.
Christopher Calfee. That locks down Bijan, dude.
Yep.
That's going to lock down Bijan because that's his third drawing. Look at that.
Oh, he's already in. He was already in Bijan.
Okay, so then he's in the other 2 now automatically.
Yeah.
So that means we still have the one Bijan spot open. That's good to know. All right, let's count how many spaces Chris has. 1, 2, 3.
No. I don't want to do that.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You have 8 spots on this wheel that I'm going to make sure you get it if it lands on.
The community deserves it, man. The community deserves it.
You're part of the community, bro. Oh, man.
Come on, Billy. That's a big Billy right there. Is he in a league yet?
Is it going to be Joey?
That's
Jojo.
his third.
That's his third, too, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is. Let me double check.
Wow, look at that. JoJo
in a row
is in all 3, and that locks in our Bijan list.
And that also makes 10.
I'll have to talk to JoJo and figure out how that's going to work for him because he has been having a hard time. I know Thursdays are not the easiest time for him, so yeah. I know, Joe. That's what he says. Does that mean I'm in the other fast draft? That's exactly what it means, brother. Yeah, sorry. The other one then would be Cook, so you'll be in on the 20th if you can make it work. Or you can pass it on if you wanted to, whatever you want to do. But or we could try to figure something else out. We could put our heads together, come up with something.
Yeah,
no more spins.
That's where we're at.
He's in Cook.
Yeah, if you want to maybe have somebody stand in for you as a drafter, we could maybe do something like that too. We'll figure it out. You need to put our heads together, doggy. We can talk.
Oh, so Joey said I choose double down Dan.
Dan just got 2. He can give
I'll
a third
take
one.
I'll take it. Good point. Joe,
He's
you're a
going to
good
use
guy.
them as a proxy. He's going to use
You're
them
a
as
good
the
guy,
proxy
buddy.
to draft for him.
Oh, he wants him to be a proxy.
You got it, yeah.
Oh, there. Okay. So you shoot him an invite as a co-owner to the league, JoJo. That'll be the best way to do that for us and make it easy on me.
Yep.
So that would be. I like that. That's a great idea. There, having him draft for you. That'll force him to show up on time Thursday. The look on your
It better be a fast draft, dude. I'm telling you what.
The look on your face. Oh man, Fabian. Oh man. All right. So this is Splitskin.
Wait, that's number 11, Sean. We should stop here.
Oh, that was 11?
That was
11.
I just noticed.
Oh crap. Okay, yeah. Well, we'll do 8 more at the end. Yeah, we'll do the hateful 8 at the end.
It was look who was before him.
Oh my gosh. So bad. You had 8 spots on the wheel. I was gonna make sure you got one, and it didn't land on any of them twice. It's so bad. Oh, all right. So we have 8 more left to draw. We're gonna do that at the end of the show, guys. Right now, I think Bijan is now officially locked down for the 12. That means that the Cook one is got. Actually, Dan, you can't draft for him in the Cook one because you're in that league. So you have to draft either JoJo. You got to find out if you could be here. I know you were in and ready to be here for the Bijan one. So if you want to switch and have Dan draft for you in the Bijan one, you can, or you can just have somebody else draft for you, other than Dan. Maybe Chris or something can lock you down, or whatever you think's best. You guys figure that out, and we'll be here to help out. But yeah, so that'll be something. Dan can't draft for you in the same league that he's already drafting in. You don't want him doing that. Dan's the kind of guy who will overload his team and screw you over to make sure it happens.
Oh, so, wow. That's what you're going to say about me. All right. Okay.
Hey,
I definitely won't draft Bryce Young for you. You can go ahead and take that one to the bank there, buddy. I won't do that.
Oh, you got to love it, right? Okay, guys, congratulations to everybody who donated and won their seat today. A lot of you guys won 3 seats, which means that you donated enough to be into the Jamar Chase, not the Jamar Chase, but the Bach Bowers League, the Helmet League at the end. So that's 4 leagues for you guys that are in all 3 of those. And the Jamar Chase League, if you were one of the first 12 donators like JoJo is, that means you officially got in every single league. So congratulations, JoJo. Well, almost, unless somebody comes in here and snakes that.
Yeah, and let everybody know. Let everybody know for JoJo getting in all 4 leagues. I mean, what did he donate? How much? I mean,
he donated $90.
Yeah, $90. Look at that, $90. And the guy's in four jersey leagues. He has a chance for $90
and a helmet
to win 4 signed football jerseys, and he's one of the top 12 contributors that'll get into the Brock Bowers helmet. How can you go wrong for $90 and that money goes for a good cause?
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
You see, everything about that, it screams amazing. So congratulations, JoJo. I really want to make sure that Chris gets in. I really hope that you get at least 2 more victories here. I don't want to do 3 because I don't want to deal with how we're going to figure out the Bijan thing if we get 3.
And if I win 1, I'll even worry about that. Up my second. Don't worry. I'll happily give up my second.
Hey, I mean, I appreciate that. I know you will too, dude. It's not even that. It's just I want to make sure you get in at least 1 because you deserve it. You donate.
I get talk smack the whole time. If not,
we got some more to go.
Yep, we're good.
So now we're going to move on to another segment that will start out with 3 people and eventually have Dan added to the screen. It's called Rockm Sockm Power Rankings, and it is our Duke It Out Power Ranking special where we do our top 10 power rankings versus somebody else's top 10 power rankings, and we sit there and argue and debate about it like the children we are. So, guys, you guys haven't done this with us yet, Chris and Dan. Me and Scott did this last season, and we had it run throughout the season. It was a weekly thing, and it was team-oriented in that version. And it was a lot of fun. We love it. It's a blast to go back and forth between your rankings and, reveal them as we roll forward. But this is a little different. We're not doing it based on power rankings team by team like me and Scott were doing. We're doing this as a position version, baby. So this is the power ranking position version where we're going to duke it out on our top 10 quarterbacks, top 10 receivers, top 10 tight ends, and top 10 running backs, and have ourselves a little bit of fun. And it's not going to be all four of us duking it out. It's going to be a head-to-head matchup with a couple of people in the audience, just like you guys are, chiming in whenever we want to. So it'll be a lot of fun when we get to the point where I'm not actually in the rankings and I get to sit back and just make fun of the guys who are. But, I'm also going to have to deal with them doing that to me when the time comes. So, maybe I'll be a little nicer. We'll see. Probably not. But we're going to start out. We're going to go tight ends first because, tight ends is a little less intriguing. We want to start with the position that, you only get one in most leagues. And unless it's TEP, you almost forget about it half the time. So that's where we're going to start out today. But in this season, tight end is actually a lot more depth-oriented than it used to be. So it's going to be an interesting little discussion, to say the least. Let's jump in here and get started with Rockm Sockm Power Rankings. Hey, look, there's Dan. That's right. He's in the show.
Shut up. Shut your mouth. Don't even start.
Hey, I'm not done yet, buddy. We still got 4 positions to walk through. And I saw your rankings, and, spoiler alert, they're not good.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Actually, I think it's me versus you to start the show right here. So why don't we go ahead and jump right on into tight ends? And wait, where's Dan? What happened to Dan? Anybody know where Dan went? Oh, there he is. Oh, hey, buddy, how you doing? Let's put you where you're supposed to be. How's that sound? Right up there at your top of your head. And you're like, look at that. Like, you know how we like to take heads off of things and just put our own heads in there, like we do with our this is how we do things here.
Dan.
Yeah. Right? You see, Dan's the red robot. I'm the blue robot. We are going to duke this out one by one, starting with our number 10 tight end. I have, come on, baby. There it is. Oh, wait a second. This is backwards.
You're going back.
Let's swap that around. There it is. See, that was bad. Yeah. See, there we go.
Orange?
That's better.
Is that Orange Gadsden?
Yes, Orange Gadsden the third. Oh my God.
Orange Gadsden.
Hey, look, guys. All right, spelling's never been my strong suit.
Orange.
So bad. It's not even orange. It's orang. It's terrible.
Wow.
Oh, all right. Sorry, Aronde Gadsden. I butchered that. And by the way, I forgot to mention the beginning of the show, guys. I have to apologize to both Jonathan Vigo and CD Lamb because Rocky called me out on it in DJ's show that I put Jonathan Vigo's head on instead of CD Lamb's on the last segment where previously split nose. It was so bad. But in my defense, ESPN had Jonathan Vigo's head listed as CD Lamb, like literally right there on the screen. So I could have picked any one of the other headshots that was there. For some stupid reason, I picked the one that happened to be the wrong guy. So I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to. It wasn't meant in any bad way. I'm sorry to both of those two players. And now I'm also sorry to Aronde Gadsden, or as we like to call him, Orange Gadsden.
It's orange. We're going to call him orange.
I like orange.
That's what you put here.
That sounds substitute teacher the crap out of that, didn't I? All right. Dalton Kincaid versus Orange Gadsden. What do you think, Dano? I mean, Orange Gadsden, I don't really think he's a great player. I'm kidding. Aronde Gadsden is an amazing player. But do you think that he's really going to be better than like a Dalton Kincaid? I mean, Dalton Kincaid's fighting with Knox for targets, and Aronde Gadsden's fighting with Njoku, who's a solid player.
Right.
Like, how do you not have Kincaid on your list there?
No, listen, I don't have Kincaid on here because Kincaid doesn't like to play football games consecutively. So I figured I'd just leave him off my list because he's not a top 10 player if he's not going to play top 10 player minutes. Okay. If he's not going to be on the field for 17 weeks, I'm good on that. I think Gadsden's coming into his sophomore year and he's going to come out hot, baby. And Njoku's going to be able to take a little bit of targets away. I understand that. But Gadsden's going to outperform Kincaid. Hands down.
I mean, I don't agree with you at all. I think that Kincaid is going to be a lot more of a target in that offense than you've seen in the past. And with Keon stepping up and DJ Moore adding a little bit more diversity.
Did you say with offense? Keon stepping up? Is that who is Keon?
Yes.
Keon who?
Stevie Johnson's protege, Keon Coleman,
baby.
Oh, Keon Coleman, the bust we got a couple years ago. That's who's stepping up.
Yeah. Absolutely, 100%.
Are you arguing Bills with a Bills fan? Is that what's happening right now? There's no way Keon Coleman's stepping up into anything but being a bag boy at Wegmans next week. That's the only thing that dude's going to be doing.
Hey, you don't talk bad about my Keon, okay? He's going to be great. He's going to be amazing this year. In fact, he is going to be the best number 2 wide receiver in that division this year.
I can't wait to see Keon selling houses in 6 months. Go ahead.
Probably cars.
Yeah, you're right.
He's
going to be at least the top 5 salesman, though, in the state. I guarantee.
Yeah, well, what say you guys, the panel audience of Dan and Scott? Who belongs to be at the 10 spot, Kincaid or Gadsden?
I don't like either of them, to be honest.
Oh, here comes Brian Jr. over here.
I don't like either.
Oh, God.
Oh, man. All right, Eeyore. What do you think, Chris?
If you listened to me draft the other night, you know that I hated my Gadsden pick. I picked him as my tight end 1. I don't hate him as a player. I hate his situation. I hate Quentin Johnston being there. I hate that McConkey's going to get more targets this year. I think McConkey's going to be a steal in drafts. Kincaid, I agree with Dan. I think he just doesn't play enough. So I think he's a good best ball pick. If he falls a round or 2, then I think he's a great best ball pick because when he's in games, he does score points. But you're right, man. Dawson Knox is a vulture at times. I don't think so much last year as the year before, right? Didn't Knox take more touchdowns away from him 2 years ago? I can't remember.
Yeah, I mean, last year I thought he did a little better than the year before, but he's not come to his own quite, in my opinion. I think he'll get there this year. He's still young. He's got the pedigree. Got a lot to grow. So, yeah, I think he's going to do just fine this year. I think it's especially with Joe Brady making a point to get him involved. I'm excited to see how this plays out. But Dan obviously doesn't like him at all. He's, terrible Bills fan, horrible person. Nobody likes him. Let's move on to number 9. George Kittle for me and Dallas Goedert for Dan. See, I mean, you guys know that Kittle is definitely better than Goedert, right? He's only 1 year removed from the Achilles injury, I know, but still, man, I got the Kittle as a main focal point in that offense. The receivers are dropping like flies. So to me, the fact that you've got Goedert in there and Kittle he better be above Goedert in your list. Otherwise, you're just ridiculous at this. That's all there is to say.
I genuinely think you have George Kittle a little bit too low here. I think he's literally just above Dallas Goedert for me. But when we talk about consistency, I think Dallas Goedert is that guy. He will get you touchdowns. He will get you yards. He will have a couple boom games. The guy has a pretty nice floor. Is George Kittle going to play more than 10 games this season? I don't know, man. I just don't know. It looks to me right now that you're down 2-0 in these power rankings, and that's okay. I know you're a little salty about it, but I just want you to know that I'm better at every metric, just every metric, okay? So you're going to lose this again. Kittle is great. He needs to be higher on your list, though. I feel like this is much too low.
I mean, Scott, do you agree? Chris said he does.
I agree with Dan. I think Kittle should be a lot higher on this list, but between the 2 players, which one I like, I think you're going to like Dallas Goedert in the beginning of the season because of his floor, but I do like Stowers, the rookie there. I think he'll come on. And then I think Kittle will start off slow with Tonjans there until Kittle starts to recover. So I like Goedert in the beginning of the season, Kittle at the end of the season.
All right. I mean, I'm not going to argue with you guys because everybody said they liked my guy better than his guy, even though they liked my guy better than where I got. So I'm still winning that one, in my opinion. All right, we're moving on. That's 1-1. And this is where you have George Kittle at 8, just above Dallas Goedert. That's where I put our boy Kyle Pitts right there. And for me, it was either Pitts or Kittle, back and forth between the 2. The reason I put Pitts up there is the injury. That's it. Otherwise, I would have had Kittle in that space. But I think Pitts has an opportunity to come back strong in this offense. I think they signed him to big money deal. They're going to make sure they keep him in that offensive game plan quite a bit. I do think with London there and with Bijan there, I think the 2 will be able to get him the ball. He does seem to like his tight ends up the middle. So as long as Tua doesn't get injured and he gets knocked out and they're looking at a potentially injury-prone Penix, I think that Kyle Pitts has a chance to sneak his way right in there to the number 8 tight end for the season. You got Kittle there, man. What do you think about Kittle versus Pitts technically?
Technically speaking, I think Kittle is going to outperform him yet again this season. I don't love Kyle Pitts. I never have loved Kyle Pitts. I think he came out and was supposed to be this generational talent, and I don't know if he's ever lived up to the billing in any sort of capacity. If I'm looking for a tight end and I have to choose between the two, I'm probably going to take Kittle, but that's just me. So I don't have Pitts on my list. I don't like Pitts at all. So
I noticed that you do not have Pitts on your list whatsoever. Guys, would you put Pitts in your top 10 if you were doing the tight ends?
So for me, man, like until Brock Bowers, Pitts did have his rookie season. He did have like the record for most receptions. So he did have one really solid year. Then he got injured and he's never really recovered from that. The Tua thing, I don't know how much it helps him because London is also a close receiver and Bijan is just going to get target after target until Penix comes in because there's going to be a point when Tua can't play. I mean, that's a given almost. So Penix is not going to throw to the running back as much as Tua. He throws, I think it's the second most to running backs. I do love Kittle. Kittle for me is up at like 6, right there with Fanning. I don't know which way I would go, but those two guys to me, Kittle slides up that list. It might also be there's a lot of camp hype about how much he's recovered, but I think to Scott's point, you got to draft Tonjes if you're taking Kittle just in case in the meantime.
Agreed.
Yeah, 100%. Next on the list. At number 7, you said his name, Harold Fannin Jr. for me, and that's where you have Sam Laporta. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of people that swap these guys between 6 and 7. They're kind of both in that range, in my opinion. They're both right there. If I take one or the other, it's usually because of whether or not I took the other in the last draft, because that's how interchangeable they are. So I'm okay with that. I really don't have any complaints about your number 7 since I consider them both to be next door neighbors.
Yeah, I think that's probably you'll see next who I have, but Laporta I feel like is due. I think he's gonna have it this year. I don't know what tells me that. I don't know why I'm thinking that. I just think Laporta's due for a big year this year. I think Scott could help me out with this one though.
Yeah, Scotty, what do you think about Laporta's year, Mr. Lions fan over there?
I think he's due for a bounce back. And you know what? Besides the 10 spot where you guys both rank, you guys are doing an excellent job dialing it in because I like where you guys have these players ranked going up the board. But I expect a bounce back, a bounce back year from Sam Laporta, especially with yardage if he can stay healthy.
Why did you just say that like you're a 5th grade teacher talking to his worst 2 students who actually did well on a project? Like, did you feel that same way?
Yeah, you do it right now.
That's my role.
Yeah, that's you. Yeah.
Well, maybe I said 5th grade teacher on purpose, right? But I mean, Dan, did you feel that way though? Did you feel like Scott was kind of like coming at us in that light?
Listen, Dan is used to getting talked down to by teachers, especially. So yes, absolutely. That's how that goes.
Oh man, it's okay though, because I do think, like we talked about, our number 6 is going to prove our point. Because there it is, Harold Fannin Jr., which is exactly what I expected you to have at number 6. And that's where I put my boy Tucker Kraft. Now, I know Scott's going to have something to say about Tucker Kraft not being in the top 5. But it's, again, the same reason with Kittle being down at 9. It's the injury scenario. Coming back from an injury like that, lower body injuries for any pass catchers scare me. So I'm always going to be a little concerned about that. And I'm hoping that Kraft comes back healthy and happy, but I can't rank him that way yet. So, Dano, what do you think about that? Because I know we already talked Fannin a little bit here just a minute ago. So, where you at on Kraft being out of the top 5?
I'm not. I think he's the best option in Green Bay, and if he's healthy, I think he has the potential to be a steal. Like I just think this guy, if he can just stay healthy, dude, he's gonna be a top 5 tight end by the end of the season. He's in my top 5. I think that's where he belongs. So that's just me. I like Harold Fannin here. So that's what I got.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue the Fannin pick at all because I just talked about, interchangeable with Laporta. Scotty, where are you at, man, with Tucker Kraft out of the top 5? I know that's upsetting for you.
Yeah, I think where you're drafting him in drafts right now, you're drafting him at his floor. I think he has top 3, even top 2 potential this year. He was an absolute maniac before he got hurt. Jordan Love looked for him basically every time he dropped back. The guy has tons of yak yardage. He's big. He'll get in the end zone. So if this guy can recover from his injuries, I agree with Dan. I think he's the number one option in that offense.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, if he's healthy enough to be, absolutely. But that doesn't mean that I think he's good enough to be in the top 5 because I feel like there's some depth at the position this year. Chris, are you good with Tucker Kraft out of the top 5 real quick?
Yeah, he's 5 for me. So I'm right in that same range as you guys. He's number 5 for me.
All right. So let's see where we're at with our number 5, speaking of. And that's where he's got Tucker Kraft, and that's where I put Sam Laporta. So, we put those. I didn't bring up Kraft's name when I said the interchangeable thing in the beginning because he wasn't up on the screen yet. But now that he's up on the screen for all 3 of us, and you see all 3 names on either side, that those 3 names can be in any order. And I'm not going to hate you. I'm really not. I'm not going to be upset with how you put those names in what order you put them in. I think they're all 3 in a tier that is pretty close together. Dan, you got anything to say about Sam Laporta versus Tucker Kraft at 5?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I had him a little bit further down the list. I do, like I said, expect Sam Laporta to have a big bounce back year, but he's not top 5 right now for me. Just because of all the weapons that Detroit has, they always have a problem with not enough ball to go around. So, that's kind of my reasoning there for not being in the top 5.
It makes sense. I mean, it's a ball happy offense, that's for sure. I mean, they go everywhere with that thing. And they got a lot of guys that deserve the ball a lot of times. So we'll see how that plays out. Let's see here. Scotty, Chris, you guys got anything? Chris, how about you, man? You got anything to say about this matchup here?
No, I think that both those guys are going to fall right in the same range for me in drafts, and I'm probably going to take the second. So, I mean, that's how I look at it. When one of those guys goes and I have the opportunity to take the other, that's normally what I'm doing. I also mix Fannin in there. I don't love Fannin's situation with the quarterback not figured out completely yet in Cleveland, but he did get targets when he was with Shedeur. So if Shedeur somehow takes it, I do think Fannin's going to be the man. So I do think that I take those guys like that. I pick one of them and I pick the third.
It's funny because you literally just explained why I put him in the order I put him in, because Fannin's quarterback situation was scarier than Kraft's injury, and Laporta has neither. So that was the way they got ordered, in my opinion. Yeah. So number 4, this is where it's going to get spicy. You've got Tyler Warren. I've got Colston Loveland sitting here. And we all know that this is not the order they're normally drafted in right now. Normally, Loveland goes 3 almost consistently over Warren. So that they're pretty close. Usually once one goes, the other goes within 5 picks or so. So it's not like they're too far apart in general as far as general consensus, I guess, right? So I'm not going to argue too much with Dan over the difference between the 2 of them right here. And we'll talk a little bit more about that when we get further down the list. But Dan, what do you think about Tyler Warren being in 4? What made you put him there?
I was looking at it. I wanted to put him higher. Everything in my body, I think he can be a top 2 tight end in this league. I think he's got every intangible that you want a tight end to have. The quarterback situation was good last year. Danny Dimes coming back again. I just don't love it. I'm kind of nervous about it. My only thinking is no matter who the quarterback is, I would assume they're going to be able to find Tyler Warren open. So I took him here a little bit lower than I wanted to, but this is where he ended up for me.
Yeah, and you're on track with general consensus, ADP at least. That's pretty much the standard across the board. Now, me and Scott have had a difference of opinion when it comes to Warren, and from what everybody else seems to have. We think Warren, just like you, has that type of top potential, and potentially, like I mean, more so than we think. Like it's not going to happen. There's a strong chance, in our opinion, that it happens this season, and we're pretty excited to see how it plays out. So. I'll talk more about that when we go down the road. The only reason I put Loveland where I did behind the 3 guys ahead of him is because of the ball share. Now, this was before I heard about Rome, not stretching out Burden's quads enough and Burden having a quad issue. So, I might have changed that a little bit based on that. But I put Loveland where I put him here because I just felt like you said, with targets to go around, I think Loveland's in that boat too. So that's where I got them. Now, number 3, this is where it's going to get real spicy for some people. They're not going to like my pick at all. This is where I put Trey McBride down at number 3. So now you guys know what that means for my 1 and 2. I'll let you figure out in a minute where order I put them in. But Trey McBride is not in my top 2 tight ends. Dan, you got Colston Loveland there at 3. That's pretty much where everybody has him. I'm going to let you go first and talk about how Trey McBride at 3 is something that you probably don't like.
I mean, I don't love it. I just think with the sheer amount of volume that I expect him to have, I just don't love 3 for him. Colston's, he's a good 3 in my opinion. McBride's a top 2 tight end. I don't care what anyone says right now. You got to unseat this man from the top 2 if you want to move him down to 3. Tyler Warren has not done that yet. So I'm not, there's no way I'm putting him above Trey McBride. So yeah, that's kind of my thinking with it.
Well, you know, I'm not about the past. I'm about the future. A good quote from one of my favorite movies is "The past is the past, the future is now." And right now is Tyler Warren's time. Trey McBride needs a quarterback to throw him the ball. We don't know who that's going to be, and their defense is horrible. Their offensive line is not great. So I don't expect the Cardinals to do much at all this year. And even though Trey McBride is pretty much their only real offensive weapon that other than the new rook that's coming into town, I just don't think that they're going to have a good enough offense to keep up with something like a Tyler Warren's going to have with his target share and a Danny Dimes throwing him the ball. So I like it better than I like Trey's situation. That's why I put Tyler Warren up there at number 2 in my rankings. You said it could happen. I say it will happen. Tyler Warren will end up being your number 2 tight end. Draft him at number 4 tight end and be extremely happy that you did, because you will get one of the top guys in fantasy at his position this season. Dan is shaking his head because
this is absurd. You know it's absurd. You know it's absurd. This is ridiculous. Trey McBride could have me, Scott, and my dog throwing him the ball in Arizona, and he's still going to pull more yards than Tyler Warren. And I don't think Jacoby Brissett is anything to sneeze at. A top 15 quarterback when he plays the position last year is nothing to sneeze at. He's going to get the ball, and he's the only one that can get open and run a route. I'm good with my Trey McBride here at 2.
Hey, you know what? I think that, Tyler Warren, I don't think that Josh Downs or Alec Pierce are going to take more targets away from Tyler Warren than Marvin Harrison and Michael Thomas are going to take away from Trey McBride. So I think Tyler Warren's getting more targets than Trey McBride. Bottom line. So that's why he's at 2.
I would absolutely wager on that. So if you want to name a dollar amount, I would love to bet on that with you.
I mean, we can do a pub sub. I'm down for that. We usually, you don't know about our pub sub bets, but we do pub sub bets. Basically, it's a $10 bet, but we do those and we see who wins the most pub subs at the end of the season.
Okay, I like it. I'll take it.
It's a pub sub. Trey McBride, less targets than Tyler Warren. Lock it in. It's live on the air, so we cannot back out. At number 1, we both have Brock. That was obvious. He wasn't on the list before. You guys know he's going to be the number 1 guy for both of us. The same thing we talked about with pass catchers taking his targets. That is not going to happen to Brock Bowers because there is absolutely nobody else on that offense that's even close to what Brock brings to the table. So Brock will get at least 90% of the targets in that offense this season, in my opinion. I think it's going to be a ridiculously high percentage. So that, in my opinion, means Brock will be locked in at number 1, and you should be locked in at number 1 for all of you guys out there. And if he gets taken anywhere after, 2.4, 2.5 in a TEP, I mean, you are stealing. You are stealing.
I think he's worth a 2.5 in a non-TEP situation. I think that Brock Bowers is going to light it up. I think McBride had an amazing year last year, 26% target share. Everything lined up so perfectly for him, adding a good running game. End of season, he was still getting his targets, but Michael Wilson was getting 11 targets per game. You look it up, 88 targets in his last 8 games. Michael Wilson was killing it. And I don't think that's going to go away. And so you add in Jeremiah Love. So I'm taking Brock Bowers. I have researched. This is probably the thing I've looked at the most between Bowers and McBride. And I just see Bowers as being the number 1. I don't know how it doesn't go that way unless he's injured. Dude, his only quarterbacks, ready? Geno Smith, Kenny Pickett, and AOC. That's it. Aiden O'Connell. Those are
AOC.
his 3 quarterbacks.
Oh, I was like, wait,
I was like, what are we talking about? Wrong show, dude. Wrong show.
So those 3 dudes are the only dudes ever throwing him the ball, and he's got over 10 points per catch. 10 yards per catch every time. So he's missed a little bit of time. He's got my hairline, unfortunately for him. But other than that, he's dominant, dude. I think Brock Bowers is going to be, I don't want to say Gronk. It's way too early, but I think he's going to have like a longevity like that. I don't know if he's going to put up the numbers Gronk put up, but I think this dude is built for it, man. And he has the opportunity of a lifetime with Jalen Naylor and Jalen Tolbert.
Hey, I mean, Colby Bowers is going to be the number 1 tight end for sure, right, Scott?
That's right.
Shout out to our boy Colby, man. I hope he's listening. He's been killing it in the roster roulette lately too. CheekyBot says his top 10 for CheekyBot: Brock Bowers, Trey McBride, Colston Loveland, Tyler Warren, Harold Fannin Jr., Sam Laporta, Kyle Pitts, Tucker Kraft, Rondé Gadsden, and Kenyon Sadiq. CheekyBot needs I don't know, an update or something, because that is not a good top 10 in my opinion. Sorry, Cheeky, that sucks.
Too low.
Anyway,
Kraft.
Yeah, right. All right, guys. So that is our tight ends. Next up is the running or wide receivers, and that's going to be Scott versus Chris. So let's move Scott and Chris into the hot seats, as you weigh, and we'll talk about your wide receivers, starting with your number 10 wide receivers, George Pickens and Devontae Smith. Look at that. Of course, the Eagles fan picks Devontae Smith. All right, Chris, what's up with Devontae in your number 10 spot?
It's a volume thing, man. He had like 120 targets last year. AJ had close to 140. There's just so much room, and Mekhi Lemon injured his hamstring. I just think his floor is so high. Now, on the other side, I do have / Pickens in my actual rankings, because in my mind, if I pick real safe in the first couple rounds and Pickens is there in round 3 and I'm picking between these two guys, if I want upside, I'm probably going to go Pickens just in case. But Devontae Smith, to me, just has a more solid. So you'll see, I didn't put Pickens on my list. He's right at 11 for me.
Scotty Pickens, man, you put him on your list over Devontae. Do you have them both like 10, 11 the same way or not?
Yeah, I had the same thing. I had Devontae just out because, you got Mekhi Lemon coming in. I think they're going to run the ball. They got a new offense. Hurts is going to be under center. He's going to be probably using Barkley a lot. So we'll see what happens in that offense. A little nervous how that offense is going to play out. But George Pickens, I love George Pickens. I've always loved this guy, even though when he was playing at Georgia. I'd have him a lot higher. But last year, I think his numbers were a little inflated. CD was injured a lot. So I would rank him a little higher. But I think with CD being healthy this year, I think it'll go back to CD being the true alpha in that offense, and George Pickens playing more of like a T. Higgins role, where he still gets 1,100 yards and 75, 80 receptions. But I can't put him that high, because I think CeeDee Lamb, if he stays healthy, is going to take over that role.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I think CD. I wouldn't put Pickens in my top 10 just because of CD. That's the main reason. Dan, you okay with those two guys in your top 10?
I get a little worried about the.
I said not the Eagle.
I do get a little worried about Devonta Smith. I'm waiting to see how that Mekhi Lemon situation kind of plays out in Philadelphia. I expect a little bit more from him than maybe Chris does, but I like Pickens here. I think
that's the only reason I'm saying it.
Yeah, I totally get I totally get you. I do like Pickens here a little bit better though than Devonta Smith. So.
All right, well, I wouldn't have either of them in my top 10, but that's all right. It's not my top 10. Next up,
DJ Moore.
AJ Brown at 9 for Chris, and Rashee Rice at 9 for Scotty. Wow. All right. This is a complicated mess we're looking at right here. What a debacle we're starting out with. You put 2 of your Eagle buddies. I know he's not on the Eagles anymore, but you stuck him in your top 9 next door to your Eagles buddy. Is that just like, homerism at its best, or what's going on here?
It's just opportunity, man. The only dude stealing touchdowns from him if he's healthy is Hunter Henry. I'm not worried about Romeo Doubs. I'm not worried. You know what I mean? I'm not worried about anything there. I guess Ramondre could steal some stuff, and Travion will have his couple runs a game, but the way Vrabel plays, I don't think we're going to see Travion as much as he's not going to earn his round 5 value unless he really takes off or Ramondre gets hurt. I just think overall volume and the fact that Vrabel and AJ Brown love each other, I don't think they're bringing in Tyreek Hill or even like a guy like Keenan Allen, because I feel like that could cause some unrest with AJ Brown. So I don't think they're going to do anything like that at this point. I have fan bias. Nice old guard. I love it. This is a crazy list for me when you see it. Wait do you see my list?
Yeah, his list is nutty. Scotty, what do you think about Rashee Rice over AJ Brown? Do you like that move? Are you happy with your Rashee Rice at 9 now, or?
Yeah, I mean, I still like Rashee Rice at 9. I mean, I have AJ Brown a tad higher, but so I mean, if you want to say,
alert.
Chris wins the battle, but as far as Rashee Rice goes, I mean, he's the only thing in town. Xavier Worthy can't stay healthy. Travis Swift is old, and and then we don't even know about Mahomes. I mean, how healthy is Mahomes going to be? But they did bring in,
Justin Fields.
Justin Fields. So I think Justin Fields will be able to get the ball to Rashee Rice, and with that coaching staff, you got Bieniemy coming back in. I trust him, so getting Rashee Rice the ball. And anytime he's been playing, he's just a target hog. So I like Rashee Rice.
All right. I mean, I don't mind it. I'd probably put Rashee Rice over AJ Brown personally myself. I think Rashee's going to be a better player than most people realize this year. And I don't have a high expectation for the Patriots. I really don't. I'm sorry. You guys are going to find out here real soon how my rankings look, and I don't have a single Patriot on my rankings. Spoiler alert. So anyways, but let's move on to the next one so that these guys can continue on with their duking it out battle so far. By the way, guys, I'm pretty sure I won tight ends. Let's just put that out there.
No, quick. I absolutely won that. Everybody agreed with my list, and I mean, it. You were there. You were there.
Guys, throw your votes in the comments if you were listening. Throw your votes in the comments. Who you think won the tight end rankings battle between me and Dan? We got to make sure that we get a winner. So don't let Dan try to steal this victory in his own mind. We need to prove the point. All right, guys, let's look at the next one. Number 7 here. So far, I have to say that I think that Scott might be slightly ahead of Chris at this point in my mind. He's a 1 point ahead in the card. Drake London at 8 for both of you guys. There's really no need to guys to battle this out. This is a round that ties.
Good job,
Chris. I know, right? Both you guys got Drake London at 8. Scotty, I'll let you be the one that breaks down London. Why do you have London at 8? He's really high in talent in the league, and as far as Dino is concerned, he's above 8 to me in wide receiver rankings. So why do you have him here with this season? Is it quarterback based?
It's quarterback based. I mean, everybody knows the quarterback situation is just dog crap, there, and who knows if it's going to be Tua, if it's going to be Tua, if it's going to be Penix. I mean, Dan and Brian at the
Scott, what is it? What is the quarterback race there?
It's a kabacle, and it is
it's definitely a kabacle. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I love it. Oh man, you're right though. I think 8 for London for this season rankings. I think 8 for London is a pretty solid move based on exactly what we just talked about. So yeah, I won't go too much more in depth with you guys. I think you guys know where you're at with 8. CeeDee Lamb and AJ Brown. Look at Scott moving AJ Brown up the list to 7 and CeeDee Lamb down all the way to 7 on Chris's rankings. Chris, is this because of your Eagles fandom? I mean, it seems like this entire list is built around your fandom.
No. I did an article in like March, and I had CD right up there with JJ out of the 5 guys. It was like Nico, Malik Neighbors, Drake London, CD, and Jefferson. And I had CD and Jefferson hand in hand the entire time. And to me, dude, all this picking stuff, and now that the Dallas has a defense that has, really, really been, refreshed, I do think that they're going to be throwing the ball less overall. I don't think that means he's going to be terrible. I think he's going to still have the same yak and all the same peripherals, but I do think he's going to have less targets. Both those receivers are. So that's where I'm really coming from here. I think he drops a little bit, and that if Pickens lands at 10, I don't see CD landing higher on this list.
Yeah, and we talked about AJ Brown, Scotty. So you've got AJ Brown above Rashee. You got him up at 7. So obviously 9 was way too low for you. Do you feel like that, you don't have to talk about AJ because we already talked about AJ a little bit, but do you feel like CD versus AJ? I mean, which one of those two are you taking if you're sitting there on the board and you're looking at the clock and they're both there?
I mean, CD Lamb and Chris's rank, that's just way too low. I mean, he's just a supreme talent.
Yeah, that's because he's on the NFC East and Chris don't like it. That's the problem.
Right. Yeah, it's just, but I do like AJ Brown this year. Like I said, I'm not going to go into because we already talked about him, but reuniting with Mike Vrabel, I think that's going to, be a match made in heaven again. And I think he's going to, he's not going to make the mistake that they did in Philadelphia. He's going to get A.J. Brown the ball. So that's why they brought him in. And Drake May's going to have a really good wide receiver, even though he's on the decline. They're going to feed A.J. Brown in that offense.
Yeah, I do. I agree with you, man. I think Mike Rossini is definitely going to try to get him the ball quite a bit. So let's go ahead and check out number 6. Justin Jefferson, and then Scott he's just sat there and talked about how low on the list he is. He's one guy lower. Like, come on, man. That's only one spot.
These rankings are so close. I mean, when you get in the top, I say like probably 6. They're pretty. To me, the rankings really squeeze really tight.
I think Scott saw mine and then he wrote his. I think that's what
think so too. Yeah, I think Scott's trying to take a page out of Chris's book here and put CD at number 6 outside his top 5. So Chris, you got JJ at number 6. JJ arguably the best receiver in football, right? Like at number 6, another got to be another quarterback thing, right?
100%, 110%. You put him on 80% of the other teams. I 100% am putting him 1, 2. I do think. He has the opportunity. Anything happens with Kyler, whether Kyler just doesn't make it there or Kyler gets injured in any way, this is a terrible pick. Unfortunately, Jefferson, there's no chance that JJ is going to be able, the other JJ is going to be able to support him. We already saw how bad that is. And I'll tell you what, man, Jordan Addison, he's not very smart when it comes to making like life decisions, but my man can vulture touchdowns. He had like 21 touchdowns in his first 2 seasons. It was kind of crazy. He didn't have as many last year, but he definitely is a touchdown vulture at times. So, that's really the reason why I have him down a little bit further in the quarterback situation.
Oh, okay. I mean, Scotty, we won't ask you about Justin yet because he's probably going to come up on your list here in a little bit. So let's wait and see what happens. But I think that's too low. I'm just going to say it. And there's Justin Jefferson on Scotty's list. So Scotty, why don't you tell us all about what you think of Justin Jefferson?
I mean, I'm not going to talk too much about Jefferson. I mean, me and Chris kind of put him in the same realm, and I do like Rashee Rice, but I want to ask Chris, why did you put Rashee Rice above Justin Jefferson and CeeDee Lamb?
Okay, so I have an argument. I've been I literally have been looking through this. Dude, his yak is better than anyone else's in the league. Now, he doesn't play as many games as everyone else, so I don't know if that's sustainable, but it is 10 yards per game more than Puka, CMC, Jamar Chase is down, down at like 40 yards. He definitely, when he is in the game, now his yards per route run is not top 10. That's a big deal. But man, he like last year, yards after the catch, he was in the 20s and he only played 8 games. This guy doesn't have much around him. I do know the Ken Walker show is showing up and he did just have a cleanup procedure. That's a little bit scares me, but I just think in this offense, I don't know why I love him so much. I just think that he 100% is going to have a huge year. I'm grabbing him end of round 2 because he's always there. He usually goes beginning of round 3. So I'm grabbing him end of round 2, try and keep it in. But even on the years that like not last year, his yak is higher than anyone else's. Full season, rookie year, it was in like the 40s. I just don't see how this dude does not produce over and over and over. And I do think Mahomes is back.
Dano, where are you at on that, man? I mean, he's got Rashee Rice up above Justin.
I know it's high.
Yeah, that's too high. Is Rashee Rice going to stay out of prison long enough to actually perform on this list? Because I don't think he's going to. Justin Jefferson has a much better possibility of being a top 5 wide receiver in this league with a guy that can actually throw the forward pass. I think Rashee Rice being on this list at all, to be quite honest with you gentlemen, is kind of a travesty. I don't like him in the top 10. I don't like the Chiefs at all, but I'm not high on Patrick Mahomes. And what looks like a pregnant Travis Swift on the field, I don't know. I mean, we all watch Patty throw that ball right into the helmet of his lineman. I kind of expect that this next season to go that way. And I will eat my words if they do well again, but I'm just telling you, this is far too high for Rashee Rice to be rated. A.J. Brown should be above Rashee Rice, in my opinion.
I don't see it.
Ooh, spicy. I like it. All right, guys. Well, let's move on before Dan rips Chris another new one. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba for both of you guys at 4. So we'll take a second here to say like and subscribe to the channel because these guys got the same guy at 4, so we'll only hear one of them talk about it. Gives us a chance to say make sure if you haven't already, you like and subscribe to our channel. And you check out our links down below and go to our SDFS Hub It is also a $100 to the winner survivor pool, completely free to enter. All you got to do is jump in, and we'll give you all the updates on all of our sudden death fantasy sports leagues, roster roulette tournaments, every little fun thing that we're doing here at our group. And you can also go and check out DGen Fantasy, where Dan does all of his sports betting. Dan hasn't said it today, which normally he would, but he wasn't on time, so he didn't have a chance to prep. But normally he talks about a great bet, and he'll have a good bet for us every week. But not this week, ladies and gentlemen. You'll have to tune back in again for another amazing bet.
Whoa. Let me get my my screen time real quick. We haven't missed a WNBA pick in the last 8 streams, so I just want that to be well known.
So what's your WNBA pick for tonight or tomorrow or whatever the next game is?
Listen, you did not prepare me for this. I am not just handing out winners left and right. I
will
will
say
Caitlin
Clark will get pushed to the ground 8 times this game. You know,
we're going to take the heavy over on that one, boys. That's for sure. Come listen. Come to DGen Fantasy. Come to the Discord. Mr. Trader Clem is in that Discord. Mr. Scott is in that Discord. The fact that Chris isn't in the Discord is kind of makes me not like him that much. But I'm just going to say he's welcome to come by.
I will come by.
There's a link on the page.
It has absolutely nothing to do with somebody not posting the link for the Discord in our SDFS hub where it should have been posted.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And we are going to do that probably within the next 3 years. I don't know how long it's going to take Rock, so we'll see how far it goes. But yeah,
I know, right?
Come hang out.
So you guys know cut and pasting is beyond Dan's technical ability. So he is not able to cut and paste a link for you into that hub himself. He depends on his son Rocky to handle all those things for him. And he does a good job of it for the most part when you can get him there. Yeah, he is actually Dan's son in real life.
Explains a lot.
Yeah, he's actually Dan's son in real life who is less than 10 years younger than him. Figure that one out.
Yes, that. Yep. Dan got started early. It's okay.
Yeah, real early. Great, like he was in Chris's class when he got started.
But he was a good teacher. He actually he taught sex education, so that's why I have a son. It was great.
I didn't do a good job apparently.
No, you did a terrible job, but you made it sound great. So that's why
it sounds like you did too good a job.
You really did. You raised me right.
Dan got an A+ on the class project.
Oh, you know I did, buddy. JSN at 4 is ridiculous. What are we smoking? What are you guys smoking right now?
Where do you want them?
JSN at 4.
Where do you want them?
Yeah,
higher than 4. Who's number 1, 2? You know what? Let's
get through it.
Yeah, let's talk about this.
All right, so JSN at 4. That's where they're gonna leave it at 4. Dan obviously does not like it
for me. This one's gonna be spicy,
guys. He was the best receiver in football last year. Why would you move him all the way down to 4?
Because I don't think he's gonna repeat what he did last year.
Oh, okay.
But experience and opportunity, like his opportunity this year and last year, I do think he's in the top 4. It's more I trust the other 3 guys more than him.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. We're gonna.
Plus, I want to see how that running game is this year. I mean, if you can't, the teams don't need to stack the box now. They got a rookie back there, and they can double team JSN. And Cooper Kupp's another year older. Are we going to get anything out of Torrey Horton? There's no tight end there, so I don't know.
We all know that this is just because you want Sam Darnold to see ghosts again because you're so in love with that term. Scott, if you guys don't know, Scott for a good year and a half refused to allow Sam Darnold to be considered anything more than the ghost seer. And he fought it all the way to the Super Bowl before he finally stopped calling him the ghost seer. So it's he just has this thing where he does not want Sam to succeed. And I think he's taking it out on poor JSN now. I don't understand. And I think he brought Chris along for the ride. He pulled over the train. He said, Chris, jump on in. And Chris is sitting next to him, pulling the little whistle like a little 12-year-old, just all excited and riding along in the caboose and, having a good time. Or
why
the engine, whatever you call it. Not in the caboose. Engine, whatever. I don't know. One of those two.
Well, this next 3 is going to be real good.
Spicy. It's about to get spicy.
Here comes some spicy takes. Yeah. This is hot one spicy.
Me and Chris are going to be a lot different, I think.
Not on this one, though. This one, you guys are exactly the same.
Wow,
Nakua.
I did not expect that.
Guys, what are we doing?
I know. That's what I said. I was like, are you freaking kidding me when I was putting this list together? When you guys sent me this and I was putting this thing together, I literally had to double take to see that both of you put Nakua at 3. I mean, I thought one of you guys being completely stupid would be one thing, but both of you being completely stupid at the same time, back to back picks. I was just like, I was flabbergasted. I really was. I thought I was on the set of a movie or something, or I was getting punked by Ashton Kutcher. I had no idea what was going on. Scotty, why in the hell would you put Puka Nacua all the way down at 3?
Well, unlike the two people below me that are,
why we got to be below
are
you?
not forward thinkers. I mean, I like to skate where the puck is going to be, not where the puck is at. And Puka Nacua had a great year last year, but is his head straight?
Let's go.
And also, the Rams are going to have a tremendous defense this year. If Aaron Donald is in there, they're going to have a tremendous defense. I would think once they get ahead, they're not going to have to throw the ball that much. They're going to run the ball, and the scoring is going to be low. It's not going to be Matt Stafford throwing for 50 touchdowns again this year. So I think Puka's going to be knocked off that pedestal, and they still have Devontae Adams there. So I got Puka down at number 3, and I'm happy with that ranking, and I'm glad. I'm really surprised Chris is too. But you know what, Chris? Great job.
Yeah, I agree. Dude, they have 4 tight ends that are good. That's the problem. There's too many mouths to feed now, and the best value in their offense.
What tight ends? Can you name all 4? They're supposedly somewhat good tight ends.
It's Colby Parkinson, who had a good year. Sucks. Max Clare, that rookie. I know. You got Tyler Higbee, old man vet. Sucks. I get it. And then, but there's too many of them. That's the problem. There's too many.
Too many of them that suck doesn't mean
they're all going to play. Dude. Devontae Adams is going to vulture. And then, dude, ready? Blake Corum is the best value on the Rams offense where he's being taken this year, because I agree with him 100%. They are going to run the ball like crazy. Everyone's down on Kyron for some reason. Again, everyone hates Kyron all the time, but Kyron is still going to get his time. And I just honestly think the defense is going to be so much better that they're going to be throwing less.
Yep. They're not going to need to. They're not going to need to.
God forbid something happens to Stafford. Oh, Ty Simpson throwing a Puka Nacua. Come on.
Obviously, this turned into, have a friendly, fun tea party power rankings with these two guys here.
We're
just talk up each other's rankings.
I think this is a pretty spicy list. I think we have pretty spicy lists.
Spicy list. You guys are in agreement 90% of the time. You sound like you're holding hands and skipping through a field.
This is spicy, like you guys forgot what the NFL was. Do you think it's soccer now or something? What is going on? 1 and 2, Puka, JSN. This is the easiest thing ever. Why do I give you an assignment? I didn't even give it to you, but why did I give you an assignment if you guys were going to turn in this madness?
Yeah, this isn't as spicy as a Brussels sprout, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Not good spicy, boys. Not good at all.
I bet you Chris and I have the same 2 rankings at 1 and 2.
I feel like it's going to be.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, I don't know how you say
who's going to be number 1? DJ Moore? That's what I'm waiting for at this point.
You 2 rounds sitting there hanging out with each other like you're drinking beers on the porch instead of actually boxing.
Like, JSN right above Rashee Rice. Like it's a
question. If you're drafting in any redraft league right now and it goes Gibbs, then Bijan, who are you taking next? JSN? That's who you're taking third? Because I'm not touching JSN.
We obviously know who's going third.
Luka. I'm taking the number 1 receiver in the NFL. And we'll talk about that in a minute.
And the number 2 receiver is the guy that usually goes right after him, who you guys put at number 3.
Yeah, that's wild, dude.
No, he's not, man. Not for consistency.
This is a wild list.
All right. Let's move on to what everybody is wondering. Who the hell did these two both put ahead of Puka Nacua at number 3?
I love it.
Oh my God. These guys. Oh my. You guys are like brothers. Like, are you getting married next week? Are you guys planning the trip to Vegas, go to Little White Wedding Chapel?
I was wondering who the
like, come on. You guys suck at this. This is supposed to be a battle, guys. So I mean, this is not.
Amon-Ra St. Brown is by far the safest receiver in the first round. By bar none. Look at the stats.
Absolutely. Not even close.
Every year, 100 catches. Never gets hurt. If he is hurt, he's still playing.
Mm-hmm.
Still plays. And he gets in the end zone.
I'm so sorry for everybody who has to listen to this right now.
On a high-powered offense.
He's the only reason that I hope I get pick 8 in redraft.
Exactly.
That's why, because I know he's going to be there, he guarantees me that he's going to. Dude, right now, Puka could be at a bar, like, getting kicked out of the league for another 6 months. You know what I mean?
Or biting someone again.
Yeah, eating somebody's arm.
He's on vampire watch.
Guys.
he was doing the same thing last year. I want you guys both to hear me. He was doing the same things last season. This is not, nothing's changed. Nothing has changed.
Does Puka play hurt? No,
not at all.
Guys,
has he been hurt?
This is by far the stupidest answer I have ever heard. Everybody in this room is now dumber for having heard it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
So Scott, listen, Billy Madison, Scott, we have to come up with a plan here, dude, because there has to be a bet here. We have to come up with something for this. That Puka and JSN are going to be the 1-2. I think we get to pick 2. I think we pick those 2. I think there's a bet here that needs to happen.
I'll bet somebody that Amon-Ra outscores Puka.
Yeah. Yes. Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
man, damn it. I'll take it with Chris then. Me and Chris will make the same bet, and you and Dan make the same bet.
What is it called? A dub? What is the $10?
It's a pub sub.
A pub sub. I'm in.
Public sub. It's a sub from the Publix place. Scott loves Publix, and he's all about pub subs.
And nobody likes our number 1 pick. I'm guessing you have the same number 1.
Nobody likes Jamar Chase.
I mean, you guys have the same. You guys have the same top 4. All right, let's be real about it. Like, you guys literally fought half a battle right now, and then sat for the rest of the time in your corners. Like, he did nothing in the top 4 right now. This is the worst Rockm Sockm battle I've ever seen. I don't even want to pick a winner, Dan. I don't know about you.
I think it just shows that, like, the top 4 is solidified, dude. The 2 people that know what they're talking about the most have the same top 4.
You know what? Let's see what Cheeky Bot has to say. Let's see what Cheeky Bot has to say.
Wow. All right. Okay. All right there, buddy.
So Cheeky Bot had Jamar Chase, Puka Nacua, JSN, Amon-Ra, CD, Justin Jefferson, London, Brown, Nico, and Devontae. So at least Cheeky Bot got the first 2 right, like the rest of the world would.
You know, and another thing too that Chris and I agreed on, neither of us had Nico Collins in the top 10.
Yeah,
that's true. You and Chris agreed quite a bit in a Rockm Sockm duke it out battle.
Well, we didn't know beforehand. This is not ESPN where we purposely choose opposite, viewpoints, right, Scott?
No, I mean,
not ESPN.
It's not
you mean ESPN that likes to give you fake headshots of people and tell you it's somebody else, so that you make like an idiot on the air? That ESPN.
I think they're just upset, Chris, because we didn't put DJ Moore in the top 10.
Yeah, total DJ Moore.
I mean, that's a fact. That's kind of a travesty in itself. But what's the real travesty is when you guys both lose the JSN bet. I cannot wait for that.
Yeah, dude. So we're going. Are we going ASRB and Jamar Chase against Puka and JSN?
So this is running backs now. This is Chris versus Dan, guys. All right. So we're moving on. By the way, Jamar Chase, number 1 wide receiver. Everybody knows that. We weren't going to sit there and spend too much time talking about it. Jamar Chase has Joe Burrow throwing to the ball. We all know he's the top guy to take in this season. So Jamar Chase is your number 1 wide receiver.
This is going to get spicy, Dan.
And Chris in the running back room. This one we saw ahead of time because I screwed up and told everybody to post it in a group thread instead of sending it to me individual. So Dan saw this list ahead of time. He says that he forgot it. It's Dan. We know he's lying.
I'm going to be honest with you guys. I looked at it for 14 seconds, never looked at it again because I know my list is better, and that's where it stays. So, guys, I don't love outperforming you guys like this. I really don't. But, like, you're putting me in the position to make you guys look like you don't know football. I don't want to do it. You're making me do it.
I think he's on performance-enhancing drugs.
Hey, how dare you, sir?
All I know is I cannot wait until the sudden death and degen head-to-head league ends this year, because that's going to be we need a trophy for that. I mean, we need a trophy.
We need a wager on that as well.
It's got to be like the Ryder Cup. Like, that's going to be the Ryder Cup every year. And we're going to have to get
the Ryder Cup with an RIDER?
RYDER, yes.
Not for us.
He's saying we would probably get in a little trouble trademark-wise.
Oh.
No, I just think it would be hilarious to have like a trophy of the Ryder, which is the RIDER.
Because we'll let you guys know that we here at Sudden Death know fantasy.
I mean, it's
Am I
obvious.
concerned? Do I
I'm
look
not even-
concerned? I could be on a beach right now. Nobody would even know the difference. I'm just going to tell you that
dude,
right now.
this would be like hyping up like an opening weekend game where the Super Bowl champions play against the Raiders to start the season. Like it's just there's not going to be any kind of a climax to this. Me and Scott and Chris and our teammates are going to kick D-Gen so fast that by mid-season that league won't even be worth talking about anymore. So
yeah, it's going to be a
I try not to
travesty
hype
when
it
you
too
guys
much.
all
We'll
trot
keep our
out
shirts
Bryce
on
Young
doing
as
it.
your starting quarterbacks. Can't wait for that.
Oh, and by the way, guys, the entire team, with the losing team, the entire team has to golf a whole round together in tutus. So that's
Done.
yeah, that'll be we're all gonna get to see Dan, Bride, Rocky, and whoever else they have on their squad swinging some clubs and some pink tutus.
Dan might have to go buy one and bribe, but Rocky.
Rocky's got 5 or 6 at home. He'll just let them
Rocky's
borrow
got
them.
a couple he can wear.
Yeah, Rocky has plenty of them, man. He's got one for every color, man. I'm telling you.
Didn't he wear one at Fanatics Fest?
Yeah, that rainbow one.
He did too.
All right, let's see these rankings.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, guys, we're talking running backs here, okay? So this is the first one for your running backs is, drumroll please, Ashton Jeanty and Derrick Henry starting out with a battle, not like Scott and Chris where they pick the same one all the time because they're best friends. These guys actually picked opposite players. Ashton Jeanty for double down, Dan. What do you think, Dan? What do you think about Derrick Henry at 10 versus
I think it's
Ashton
too.
Jeanty?
Yeah, I do think it's a little too low for Derrick Henry. I have him a little bit higher up on this list. When I'm looking at Ashton Jeanty, I think he has the ability to be a top 10 fantasy performing running back at the end of the season. I expect that offense to be a little bit more live than maybe a lot of people do. They are going to need to continuously score points. Last year, I feel like the line was maybe a 2 out of 10, 2 bananas. There you go. 2 bananas out of 10, that line last year. I think they upgraded it significantly. But when I look at the stats, Jeanty had 975 yards rushing. He had just a nice amount of touchdowns. I don't even remember the number. I just said nice. Anyways, 10 touchdowns last year, 975 yards. And maybe the worst offensive line I've ever seen. They have shored up the line. He will be a top 10 performing running back this year.
Chris, you've got Derrick Henry at 10. Do you have Jeanty on your list above that, or is Jeanty even on your list?
I do have Jeanty on my list. I do think that Derrick Henry. The only reason I know him higher is because he's going to be 33. Inevitably, eventually, something's going to happen. But he does. I have him at 10 because there's no one else there, man. Now that Keaton Mitchell's gone, it's like Justice Hill and Rashawn Ali, like it was a couple years ago. And he has the entire, and Lamar, I don't think they're going to run Lamar as much as they were. So I do think Derrick Henry, volume-wise, he doesn't have to have super efficiency in order to be a top 10 ranked running back. I do think that team almost takes a step back this year. I know that's hard to say. I know people might not believe that, but I do. And I think Derrick Henry, like around 10 is maybe 9 at most. I don't see him being like a top 5 back.
Wow. All right. So that's a spicy take right there. I think I'd have Derrick Henry slightly higher too. Dan, Scott, you got any thoughts on Dan's and Chris's rankings here with these two number 10 guys?
I might bump Henry up maybe at one spot, but I think it's appropriately ranked right there. But I do not understand what Dan is doing, putting Ashton Jeanty at number 10. He had 10 touchdowns last year on a crap offense.
You know what? I gotta separate these two.
Bring in Kubiak to run that offense. They have a better offensive line. How is this guy not going to be?
Because this team is going to win 4 games, and I don't even want to hear it. I just don't. Like, they're going to win 4 games. Let's pump the brakes. There's going to be games where he's going to have 9 guys in the box, and let's hope Kirk O'Chains can beat us through the air.
What's in the box?
Exactly.
Dan,
I just think that's going to affect it.
Dan, is this team going to be better? Is this team going to be better or worse than last year?
Have you seen Kirk Cousins throw the ball in the last 3 years?
What? They got the number 1 draft pick this year. Are they going to be better? Are you telling me they're going to still be the number 1 draft pick next year?
I think they're going to be a top 3 draft pick team for sure. What about no? We're not doing this. They have no wide receivers. They have no wide receivers at all.
Stop fighting Chris's battles. This is Chris's battle over here. You're over here just arguing away. It's not. Stop.
Chris, would you fight?
Listen, Chris. If I told you at the end of the season that Derrick Henry had 15 touchdowns on the ground, would you be shocked?
Would I be shocked? No, but I also wouldn't be shocked if he had 6. So
no, I agree. But is the ceiling 15? Because I feel like it's probably about 15.
12 maybe.
Thank you, Harry.
Harry Kerr says 4 games at best.
That's my
I'm
brother.
just saying. My brother. No, see, now it's not just me, guys. See, it's not just me who brings in their family trying to help them out here.
I didn't put him on the wheel, but my brother. Shout out to my brother. He just got out.
On the wheel, he said.
He had a routine situation at a hospital yesterday, so him and I spent the entire day at the hospital just chilling together the whole day yesterday. So welcome home, Harry. He's home today.
Oh, awesome! Congratulations, man. Way to be. I know you guys sat there and played a bunch of roster roulette against each other.
100%. We did talk some football.
I can't wait to see Dan's number 9. Let's go.
I know, right? I know how much you want to defend your boy Chris over here. You're my buddy over there.
Yeah, I mean, who are we going to put there? Chris?
I'm just picturing the two of you guys like skipping through like a meadow with overalls on, holding hands, just like.
Dude, I'm starting to become a fan of Brian. I don't even know him. Just because
see, this is a problem. These guys got to go. You know what? I'm done. Anyone who's a fan of Brian needs to go ahead
Scott
and just
Buster. It's going to be a podcast.
Wow, unbelievable! All right, we're moving on.
Number 9, angriest podcast on the planet.
Oh no!
Oh wow! Look at them apples. Chase Brown for Dan and Amari on Hampton for Chris. Let's start with Chris because I don't want Scott to chime in and argue with Dan and give Chris any kudos. So go ahead, Chris.
I love Amari and Hampton's upside. I think we know what he can do as long as he stays healthy. I love Mike McDaniel for Amari on Hampton. I just think he's going to sit some downs because he cannot pass block me, let alone a grown man in the NFL. So Amari on Hampton, to me, there's just a lot to go around, and I think McDaniels is going to use everybody. And like we talked about before, Keaton Mitchell will get some carries as well, maybe some targets as well. I think Chase Brown is way too low on this list, by the way.
Yeah, I don't like Chase Brown. I think everyone's very aware that I don't like Chase Brown. I think he takes a little bit of a step back this year. Joey B is going to be running that show. Of course, Chase Brown will be there. I think Jamar Chase fucking comes back real strong this year. Maybe T. Higgins stays healthy. What do you know? Who knows, really? But Chase Brown is number 9 for me, yeah. Hampton's not on my list, so.
Whoa. All right. First of all, I think both of you guys are completely wrong. Second of all, Dan, you waited all the way until 1 hour and 50 minutes to drop an F-bomb, and I have to congratulate you, brother. That is I think the longest you've gone without dropping an F-bomb.
You didn't hear the first 2, so I appreciate you.
There was 1 or 2, yeah.
The first one I dropped about 4 seconds into the stream, so yeah.
You are doing a great job. I am impressed.
Oh, man, you got to keep us under, what is it, like 5? It's like 5 F-bombs, and then you're considered an R8.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good over here. I'm doing pretty good.
Oh man, I think you're doing a lot better than your rankings are. Jeez Louise, I'm sorry, man, but I'm not a fan of the position on both of the 2 rankings you just had. Neither of you guys, to be honest. I don't like either of you guys' rankings right now. I think they're both a bunch of piles of poo-poo.
Are you thinking they go higher or lower? Can you explain a little?
I think 2 of your guys are lower, and 3 of your guys are lower, and 1 of your guys is higher.
Is it Derrick Henry's the higher one?
All right, fine. Derrick Henry, Amari Hampton, and Chase Brown should both be high. All 3 be higher on your lists. Ashton Jeanty should not be on any list.
Wow.
Not in the top 10 anyway.
Jeanty should not be in the top 10.
Wow. I think he has more of a right to be here than Hampton does.
Not for the season, no. I think this season Hampton's going to score more than Jeanty.
Let's see if he can stay healthy. Let's see.
Sean, is Jeanty on your top 10?
No, that's what I just said.
Oh my God.
I think that's crazy. That's crazy.
I feel like we should have done running backs now.
Oh my God.
We definitely should have had a different combination of wide receivers. That's for damn sure. Let's look at what happens with the number. All right. Do we want to talk about these guys anymore? Do we talk about Chase Brown a little bit here and why Dan has him so damn low? Scott, what do you think about this situation with Chase Brown?
I think both those guys are appropriately ranked. I'm fine. They could go either or.
I hate you so much right now.
Thank you.
All right. We're going to move on.
Good point, Scott. Thanks. Really great point by you.
Way to add to the show.
I am just still floored, like the rest of our audience, that Sean does not have Ashton Jeanty in the top 10.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
I'm just saying, man. This is based on what I think is going to happen this season for fantasy points, and I don't think Ashton's going to be a top.
He was
10
13th last year.
Back.
He was 13th last year.
Yeah, I think there's going to be more running backs that step up.
All right.
I mean, just like we mentioned, Amari and Hampton. Hampton is another one who wasn't above him before because of injury, but will be this year.
Let's see him play 5 games in a row. Let's see it.
Yeah, you have another one on this list that I think will too, right here at number 8, in Devon Achane.
Yeah, I mean, if you're asking me my my opinion, I want to put him higher. Miami is not looking to win any sort of games whatsoever, and I think it is going to eventually start to take a toll on A. So I know it's low. I didn't want to put him this low, but this is where I see it at the end of the year. I don't think Miami's going to be able to run effectively, nor are they going to be able to throw effectively. So it kind of puts him in a little bit of a pickle, I think.
You want to hear a hot take, Dan?
Yes.
He's not in my top 10.
Awesome. He's
not in my top 10.
Yes.
I don't see Devon Achane having any chance. He has 0 people on his team. People are like, he did it last year. He did it with Tua. And Tua throws to his running back all day long. He's going to have Malik Willis.
It's a check down.
He never throws the ball to his running back.
He's not in my top 10. Malik Willis might have more rushing yards than Devon Achane.
Yeah,
I mean, he could. He honestly could.
He is really good. He's on the wrong team. He's
Martin.
really good.
If I'm Devon Achane, I'm gonna ball out for the first 5 weeks, and then I'm gonna fake an injury,
hope to get traded,
play again, and say, "Get me out of this dump."
Yes, agree.
You'd be like the Mista lady. Get me out of here.
Mista.
You know that Mista lady?
Yes. Or Jar Jar Binks. You know,
I do think it's kind of criminal that you have Hampton on this list and not Achane. So
I just don't see Achane getting any opportunities this year. I think on any other team, he's kind of like Breece Hall. You put him on a different team, the whole conversation changes.
Speaking of conversation changing, let's move on before Scott kills himself.
Just real quick, I never got to make a point on this Genty thing. Dude, they revamped the whole line. They gave up 60 sacks last year. Yeah. They got Linderbaum now from the Ravens. They got the kid Burford. They're getting back their other actual linemen. I think that this team has an opportunity. All they can really do is run. You know, Jalen Naylor, and I said this before, Jalen Tolbert, those are not guys that are going to be scary. They're going to be running, man. And I think, what's his name? Washington behind him, he might have some points and some fantasy value as well. Sorry.
I don't think so, but that's fine. I'm not going to get into it with you guys because we already talked about it. Nobody agrees with me. I'm going to move on. Saquon Barkley at number 7 for both of you guys. No arguments out of either of you. Dan, why'd you put Saquon at 7?
It's 2 different guys. Look at the spelling. He's got Saquon Barkley, and I got Saquon Barkley.
Shut up. Why do you ever do that to me? Teach.
Listen, whoever put this list together clearly can't spell, and that's okay. We're not all good spellers. I got a little worried about Saquon last year. I'm not going to lie to you. It looked like he got beat into the ground during that Super Bowl run. And you know what? Like, you kind of expected it. I think with less distraction, he should be much better than he was last year. I still think 7 is low again for him, but I think effectively he could end the season in the top 5. I just don't trust it that much yet.
I mean, I don't know. I think Saquon's a stud, man. If he stays healthy and they can be at least somewhat productive on offense without AJ there, I expect more out of Saquon this year. I'm not going to be the one to go crazy on it because it's not my guy. But you guys picked him at the same spot. You both feel the same way about him. Scotty, you got any difference of opinion?
No, I think he's appropriately ranked, and I think he'll have a slightly better year, but I agree with Dan. You know, it's just, he just doesn't, I don't know. Maybe it's just
last year didn't feel good. That's what it is. Last year did not
he's
feel
had
good.
He's had a lot of volume on those legs.
All right. What can I say? I'm not going to argue with you guys. I think he'd be slightly higher. I'm okay with it at 7, but I'd like him slightly higher. Anyways, obviously we know my running back rankings suck, right? Because I don't have Janty on number 10 in my top 10 anywhere. Next up is Christian McCaffrey and Derrick Henry. So that's a big difference between you two and on Henry. Caffrey out of your top 5. Guys, we lost Double Down Dan. He obviously had to go, I don't know, take a poo or something. He's pretty full of shit, so it makes a lot of sense. Chris, What do you think of Christian McCaffrey all the way down at 6, bro? What's wrong?
I just, dude, he's age 30 season. His efficiency was down. He got 450 touches last year. That's scary. No, everyone regresses after that, man. Any kind of a season where you're touching the ball that many times. And I don't know if you remember, a year before, we thought he might be retiring from injury. Remember, he went to like France or Spain or somewhere and had these guys looking at his leg. Now, he was awesome again last year. He scares me, man. Getting a little bit older with all that wear and tear and the 450, all that mileage, man. That's why. So I'm not saying that he's not going to be good. There's some inherent risk with picking CMC anywhere in my top 5.
I think you guys are smoking crack. Scotty, we're still waiting on Double Down Dan to get done taking a double down deuce. So what do you think about Derrick Henry going from 10 to 6 with his rankings? Do you think that that's a thing, or do you think he's going to come back here and then have to go back to the bathroom after he sees Christian McCaffrey?
There he is.
Oh, there he is.
That was a quick
Guys,
jump.
I'm sorry. My dog went absolutely apeshit. My apologies. We're good. We're back now.
Oh, so we're blaming the dog for your bowel movements now? Is that what's
He doesn't
happening?
even have a dog.
Guys, I have 2 dogs, so watch your mouths, both of you.
I think somebody took a double down dump.
Oh,
what
yeah,
I
in
think,
4
the double down
minutes.
deuce.
Absolutely, guys. Yeah.
Yeah, 4-minute double down deuce would be pretty epic. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
That's
I
world
think,
record status right there. So number 6, you got Christian McCaffrey and Derrick Henry. So we already talked a little bit about the fact that you got Henry at 6. He's got Henry at 10. What do you think of McCaffrey at 6 for him, though, bro? I mean, is that shocking for you?
Yeah, I think so. He's going to outperform that. I don't know about significantly, but yeah, he's
There you
going
go, Bry.
Bry, you don't even play
What's up,
fantasy
Brian?
football. Bry doesn't play fantasy football. So what would you know? You only know the Eagles. That's all you know. You're just
I like
upset
them
that
already.
Saquon's not at number 1 on both of our lists. God, I hate
Oh my god, that's
Oh, I
hilarious.
hate him so much, dude. Fuck.
Oh man, all right. So these guys' lists obviously suck, but we'll keep moving forward. Next one up on the list, their top 5. We're getting into the top 5 now, ladies and gentlemen. James Cook at 5 for Double Down Dan, and Chase Brown at 5 for Chris. Chris, he had Chase Brown at 9. You got him all the way up there at 5. Do you think that Chase Brown? You don't have Cook on your list yet, so I think you still got him under Cook, right? But obviously not that far.
Right. So for me, Chase Brown, dude, he's the 3rd fastest guy to ever run on a field since Chase Brown has been in the league. You got number 1 is Raheem Mostert. I don't know if anybody knows that. He got up to 23 miles an hour. I think Gibbs is number 2 and Jamar Chase is number 3. He's only missed 6 games in his 3 years. He's not a goal line guy, but he still had 11 touchdowns last year. He had like 85 targets last year with Chase and Higgins. Burrow only, like, he throws to him. He has like over 6 yards after the catch every single time, which is not great for a wide receiver, but is awesome for a running back. There's just so many things about Chase Brown to me that he's set up for. Now, Joe Burrow goes down. This is a tough one, man. I don't think he has the same volume, but I'm hoping on that. You know, I'm hoping that he had like over 40 missed tackles last year. The guy's awesome.
I mean, I think Chase Brown is great. I definitely think he belongs in the top 5. Down at 9, no, that's a travesty in my opinion. But I also love James Cook in the top 5, so I can't be upset about that either. Dano, what do you think about Chase Brown at 5 versus James Cook at 5?
Obviously, I think Chase Brown's just too high here, but my thinking with James Cook is I think we're going to see a little bit more of a Josh-centric attack now that Mr. Joe Brady's in charge. I think you see a quite an uptick on the throwing. So I think James Cook will still be effective. I think he's still going to score touchdowns. He's just dropping down a little bit on my board.
I mean, I think 5's a little low for him personally myself. I think James is going to have that kind of year. Yeah, so I'm okay with him being in that higher than 5 range, like Chris is, I'm assuming, has him. Scotty, do you got any kind of qualms with this number 5 Chase Brown, James Cook setup?
I think Chase Brown's a little high. James Cook, I think, is appropriately ranked right there. I do have Christian McCaffrey higher than both of them. So, but I think James Cook is appropriately ranked right there. And Chase Brown, like I said, he's only done it 1 year, and we'll see what happens this year. And I agree with Dan. I think Joe Burrow's just going to if he stays healthy, I think this is the year I think that Joe Burrow has a big year because I know it's like every other year for him.
Yeah, we know how much you love Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Moving on, number 4. That's where he has James Cook, Chris does, and Jonathan Taylor is sitting at number 4 for Double Down Dan. Jonathan Taylor at 4 seems a little low for me. Dano, why did you put JT at 4?
I think there's going to be a little bit of a setback for him this year. I still think he's going to be successful. I still think he's going to score a ton of points. Number 4 in these rankings still means a great year for him. I just don't think it's going to be as good as it was last year.
Chris, what do you think, man? I mean, he's not on your list yet, so he's in your top 3. So, Jonathan Taylor at 4, too low, just like I think it is.
Short of what's his name coming back somehow. Like if Daniel Jones can't play and Riley Leonard can't play, and we go back to why am I blanking?
The AR, Anthony.
Anthony Richardson. Like short of that happening, I don't see how Jonathan Taylor's role changes any. They still have if Alec Pierce can play, and they have Josh Downs, and now they have Tyler Warren just to support that front offense. I think that Jonathan Taylor, I would say something crazy, but he might be the best running back in the league, pure runner. I'm saying. So for me, I just think he's pretty far up there.
I kind of like Taylor a lot too. So, Scott, you got anything to say?
All I'm gonna say is I'm starting to really like Dan's list from 5 and up because I think me and him are gonna have the same list.
I'm just gonna shake my head. Anthony Richardson probably will be on the Eagles next year. That's true.
Yeah, and then he'll probably win a Super Bowl the following season.
Nice. That'll be with Chase Daniel though, or something crazy.
Gross.
Top 3. That's where you have CMC on Danny's list, along with Jonathan Taylor on the other side. We've already talked about both of these guys. I think CMC is much better placed on Dan's list than he is on Chris's list. Scotty, you think so too?
Yeah, I do agree with Chris though. I mean, a ton of carries last year, but there's no Ricky Pearsall. That offense is gonna have to run through him, and I think I would expect the rushing yards to come down a little bit. Maybe not a lot of handoffs for him, but he's gonna still be heavily involved in the passing game. So like I said, I think he's for sure gonna crack the top 5. You might be drafting McCaffrey to ceiling, but I mean he's all they got there in San Francisco.
I agree. I agree 100%. And I think that, I don't hate Jonathan Taylor at number 3 either. I'm not going to argue that at all. They're both basically right there. JT, CMC, and James Cook are all in the same tier. Same way we talked about with the tight ends earlier, interchangeable. I feel the same way with those 3 guys. So I wouldn't care where you said either 3 of them, honestly. We know who the top 2 is, right? We all know. So you guys got them equal, so we will just hit them both at the same time. Jahmyr Gibbs, Bijan Robinson, both you guys 1 and 2. Really no reason to get too crazy about that. Scott, do you agree with it too?
Yeah. I think, earlier in the year, like February, March, I had Bijan number 1.
Me too.
But as the year has gone on, not saying I'm totally into coach speak, but, I just think Jahmyr Gibbs is set up for just a monster year. And it's a better offense. I mean, the tiebreaker to me is the better offense.
I'm the only one. I think I'm an outlier here. I think I still lean Bijan. I do. I still think I lean Bijan to start just for redraft purposes. I think they're going to lean on him a lot more than they're going to lean on Gibbs when it comes to their offensive production. I think the Amon-Ra factor, Jamison Williams. There's so many other. Sam Laporta, right? There's other parts of that offense that are going to be productive well beyond. He only has Drake London really to worry about too much over in Atlanta, and then Pitts to an extent. But it's not the same kind of target share necessity that you have when you're talking about making sure Amon-Ra gets involved, making sure Jameson gets involved, making sure that Laporta gets involved. They're going to game plan those guys into the game plan a lot more than they will the other guys. I think Bijan is just, I feel like slightly, bigger gap between him and Amon-Ra and Jahmyr, for example. There's a bigger gap between Bijan and London, I think.
I kind of agree with you here. I did have a difficulty making this 1 and 2. I did for a while, lean Bijan just because of that Tua piece that we kind of touched on with HN earlier. He loves to throw the running back, and I think if you can get Bijan an open space just in general, he doesn't have Tyler Algier anymore. This kind of lines up for a big year, but then I remember that Gibbs doesn't have a handcuff, and I think Gibbs has been ready to not have a handcuff for the last couple years now. And I'm really excited to see what kind of offense he can provide for this Detroit Lions team that I think could really benefit from running behind him and just letting Jared Goff do the play action shit that got them to a deep playoff run before. I think Gibbs is going to have an astronomically good season this year, and I think he'll edge out Bijan, not by a lot, but I think he'll edge out Bijan.
I got one question for both you guys because I just saw this by bringing up the cheeky bot, and I mean, I don't know if I agree with it or not, but where's Ken Walker?
It's health for me, man. Ken Walker is health for me. I know he had that blow up at the end of the year where he was amazing in the playoffs and Super Bowl, but his health in general, man. How many times have you had Ken Walker and been like, damn, like he's not playing this week again. He's not playing this week. And that's my problem with Ken Walker. It's honestly the only reason. If we're talking pure talent standpoint, he's on this list. He's not. Did you notice that Cheeky Pop put Chase Brown at number 6, though? Just want to point that out.
Yeah, Dan, what's your take on Ken Walker?
So I have him. I would have Hampton in front of him. Like, Hampton's not on my list. I would have him 11 or 12. I think I would have maybe 14th. Maybe I would have Ken Walker, and that's just as high as I can go right now, man. He's right. Chris is completely right. Can he stay healthy? Can he stay in the game? I don't think the Chiefs are getting him for his regular season. They're getting him for that Super Bowl run that they watched him have last year with the Seahawks. Like, that's all they care about. That's all they want him for. I don't think this regular season is really going to be a huge one for him, and I definitely don't think he's going to be sniffing the top 10.
Interesting, because, I mean, out of all the talking heads in the fantasy league are so in love with Ken Walker.
I know. I agree. They are.
I'd put him at 10.
He cannot stay on the field. I used to love drafting Charbonnet because I knew when Ken Walker was out of that offense, he was going to have 47 points. That's why I used to get him. Like, that's simply it. Ken Walker is not going to play 17 games this season. It's not going to happen. I'm just telling you.
He's not a guy, though, that I would knock anybody to have in their top 10. I guess that's what I can say. And as far as the Jahmyr Gibbs Bijan thing, it's like, do you want steak or lobster, man? That's really what it comes down to. You get a top 2 pick, you're just happy you got one of those two, man. That's really how I sit on that.
Yep, I got the top 2 pick in my league, and I got the second one, which it's like I actually kind of like it because I don't have to decide.
Right.
Yeah. I let him make
take who's left over.
I just take the leftover. Yeah, and I feel happy as hell with either one of the two. And, it seems like he's going to take Bijan first, Gibbs first now, the way that things are falling and the type of guy he is. My guess is he's taking Gibbs number 1, and I'll be happy as a clam to get Bijan at number 2. So
I'm looking it up.
And if he doesn't, the other way, I'm good too.
Pacheco, I think, got hurt at camp or got hurt in practice today.
I mean,
nothing crazy. Yeah, nothing crazy.
I mean, it's not going to matter.
Now, is this another one of the real things, or is this another one of those, like,
no,
here I am, Chris, holding up my phone saying something happened? Oh, I love it.
Chase Brown just got a bionic leg.
There it is. That's why he's number 9 on my list. You guys didn't know about that. I did.
All right. So next up, we got.
Oh, I like to pick on you two now.
Yeah, this is the fun one right here. This is quarterbacks, baby. And this is where me and Scott jump in. I believe I am on this side, so I'm going to pop us up in here like so. And we're going to make sure that I'm right. We'll find out here as we hit our number 10 reveal at quarterback. And we are exactly correct.
My God. Sorry, boys.
I know, right? Both Rocky and Brian's team represented at number 10. If you haven't liked and subscribed to DJ Fantasy, please go do so now. You'll be able to see Double Down Dan's face just like it's frozen there. Oh, wait, it's not frozen. That's actually him.
All right. Before you guys go, Scott, I want you to know if you ever talk shit about one of my lists ever again, I want to remember this moment. Jackson Dart. at 10 is absurd. What is happening? What are you doing?
Where do you think he should be?
15, 16, 17. I'm good at 18. I don't care about 19 if he's there.
No.
Not 10.
No way.
What are you basing this off of? Him throwing the ball?
Rushing, his rushing upside. It would be
Did he have 15 rushing touchdowns last year that I didn't know about?
I don't even have to argue my point. This is great.
He had 9 and he played what? Half the season?
Right. He's going to play another half season of football this year, just to be clear, because he can't stay on the field. So I don't – this is crazy. He needs to not be top 10.
I think what's more crazy is Jalen Hurts at 10.
No, he's a piece of shit, and he's a terrible quarterback. He's lucky to make top 10.
Hurts goes up the board, dude. He's going to get rushing touchdowns.
How do you put Jalen Hurts at number 10? He's got 60 rushing touchdowns in 5 years.
Great. Do it again. Let's see it again. Let's see.
You know why he had 60 rushing touchdowns in 5 years? Because 4 of those years he had Travis Kelce at center, and they were just pushing the shit out of the ball.
It's a shame his brother Jason wasn't there
last year without, or not Travis Kelce, but Jason Kelce. Yes, thank you. Travis Swift was not there. It was Jason Kelce.
Could probably play center right now with the dad bod.
He probably could. He's well on his way, right? He might be there by the Super Bowl, right? You never know. But that's why. That's why. I don't think Jalen Hurts deserves to be any higher on this list, because at this point in time, he hasn't proven to me that he can still score that many touchdowns without Travis Kelce's brother, Jason, in front of him pushing that line. So I just don't see it. I think 10 is the perfect spot for him.
I'm not going to say anything because I'm an Eagles fan, and it's going to all.
Yeah, we all know how you're homered. We all know you're homerism. We saw it happening earlier.
Let's go to number 9. I hate AJ Brown. You think I like AJ Brown?
He's so mad about Hurts. Look, he's genuinely upset.
All good. I mean, I'm not putting him in the top 5 or anything, but I don't think he's number 10.
10 is fine for him.
Something tells me I'm going to put him right next to where Scott put him. You watch.
There. I like this. I like Brian.
Number 9, I got Justin Herbert. Of course, like, you know, Scott's fucking brother over at DGen Bry is going to
You know what's funny? Your brother, Scott, put Jackson Dart at 15. So kind of seems like maybe he agrees with Trader Clem. I don't know. Kind of weird.
Just saying.
Just crazy.
I don't know. We'll see.
Dak is too low.
Dak Prescott. I think that's too low for Dak personally. I think this is the right spot for Herbert right here. I think Herbie deserves to be in the top 10 this year. I expect good things out of him. We can't read. He said, "Yeah, we don't agree with what Chris is having to say right now." But I mean, Dak at 9, doggy. Come on, you're a Dak man. You've been talking Dak up all off season. What are you doing?
I'm really liking the rushing quarterbacks, and Dak. Yeah, he's going to throw for a ton of yards, but he's not going to run. You know, and I want guys that are going to run. So as it goes up the board, you're going to see how I rank my quarterbacks. I'm really investing a lot in running quarterbacks, except for one particular quarterback. But you know, I got to have a guy that runs.
I think that's ridiculous. But I think Dak should be a lot higher on this list. You guys will find that exactly where on this list when the time comes. Dan, do you got anything to say about Dak being that low or Justin being on it? Like anything at all?
I think Herbert in front of Hurts is criminal, to say the least. I just don't even like Herbert in this top 10. I got to be honest with you. I think Dak probably just based off of pure metrics should be like 6.
So I'm going to agree with Dan there. I think he's like 6, and I feel like I'm drafting him at 9, which is the best part. I think you're getting him at a good value right now.
Yep.
I agree. And I think Herbert is being drafted at 13, and he should be at 9. So I'm happy with that. You know, I'm good with both of those.
Yeah, I don't hate Justin Herbert. He's got a lot of mouths to feed. He's going to have opportunity.
But do you not hate him enough to put him above Jalen Hurts? Because I just don't see it. Like, how can you? I don't think you can do that.
I mean, he doesn't have someone that's going. I mean, unless Ladd McConkey really, really steps up.
Exactly.
Right. And in McDaniel's offense, I don't see him beating Hurts. I do think he's right in that 10, 11, 12 range for me.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Next year, we get to be talking about him in the top 6. Like, it definitely could happen, but I don't see it yet.
Yeah. I mean, usually they say that after a guy's 9th year in the league is their best year. Usually, that's what they say.
That's when you hit your prime. Yeah.
Yeah, that's when you
that's
really
what
hit
they
your
say.
stride. 10 seasons in, you really hit that stride. So,
All right, Scott. Since it's me and you duking out, do you have anything to say?
I think Herbert. I think Herbert should be a little bit higher.
Oh.
Boom. That's why we're the quarterback ones, and you guys are on the sidelines. Let's move on. Number 8.
We wanted to get more clicks so they could talk smack.
There it is. Back and forth. Justin Herbert, Dak Prescott. Look at that, baby. We don't have to keep talking about the two of them because we already did. You can tell that both of us like them each about the same. Next on the list, Patrick Mahomes versus Caleb Williams. I'm going to go out on a limb and say Scott does not have Patrick Mahomes even on his top 10.
That's what I was thinking.
So I think that Patrick Mahomes will have a bounce back year. I think he firmly will be in the top 10. I think there is a chance he makes the top 5 by the end of the season if he's the Patrick Mahomes we're all used to seeing. The man had one season where he wasn't in the top 8 in quarterbacks. One season. That's it. Otherwise, he's been in the top 8 every season of his career, except for the first one.
Behind Alex Smith at the time, yeah.
Yeah, that was the only other time he wasn't in the top 8 fantasy-wise. Every other year, he's been in the top 8 at minimum. I just don't think. I mean, the guy's already back to playing. He's Gumby in the limb, so I think he'll be fine when it comes to coming back from his injury. And yeah, he hit the center in the back of the helmet with a ball. He hasn't played for almost a year. Of course, he's going to be a little rusty. He's Patrick Mahomes. He'll be fine. He's the second best quarterback behind Josh Allen in football for our generation. So I don't have any problem putting Patrick Mahomes in my top 10 whatsoever. Scotty, brother, I know you don't have him in there, right? Nowhere near your top 10?
No, I think he's number 11 on my list. I don't have him in there because of this reason. They're going to protect him this year. A big thing with Mahomes' game is his rushing ability. And if he's not going to be able to go out there and do Patrick Mahomes things, and he's going to be limited with that big fat knee brace on, they brought in Ken Walker for a reason. I think they're going to run the ball a lot this year. If he does throw the ball, it's going to be little crossing routes. I don't think he's going to be throwing the ball deep. So I think his numbers are going to suffer, especially his rushing numbers.
I think that's ridiculous. A guy with the second biggest arm in football is going to not throw the ball deep? Okay.
I don't think
Chris.
he's going to throw the ball deep and get major yardage. He's not going to throw for 4,500 yards.
I really like. I do want to ask you, how do you sleep at night putting Jackson Dart ahead of Patrick Mahomes?
Because we're talking fantasy here.
I'm aware. I know what the show's called, Scott. I'm here with you. I can read. It's crazy. I know. I can.
It says fantasy behind him.
Doug, I just
one spot.
What? No. What were you thinking when you said, hey, 10 could be Patrick Mahomes, but you know what I'm going to do instead? Put Jackson Concussion Dart there. That's what I'm going to do.
I'm going to do that because I think I'm going to take Jackson Dart at his floor, and I think he'll beat that number 10 spot.
You think he ends up higher than Mahomes in the end of the season?
I think it'll be pretty close. Like I said, I have him ranked. I have him ranked 10 and 11.
I think if anybody watching
has make a pub sub when I think they're so close.
Yeah.
I mean, because the real man puts his money where his mouth is.
Okay, will Patrick Mahomes finish maybe one spot ahead of him? Yeah, I could see that. I don't think he's gonna finish 3 or 4 spots ahead of him.
I think if you've been watching and drafting with Scott in our best ball leagues and throughout the time, you know that Jackson Dart for him was like top 6 or 7 for a while, and now he's kind of coming down a little bit, right, Scott? Would you say that you were higher on him even before?
Yeah,
100%.
But I mean, it's coming down a little bit, but like I said, I'm a forward thinker. I'm a forward thinker, and I think that Jackson Dart is gonna exceed where everyone is taking him. So
but the problem is Rashee Rice is going to catch 25 touchdowns this year, so Mahomes is going to be fine. That's the whole point.
It's going to be it's good, and that's why I asked you guys last segment about Ken Walker. I think you guys are wrong holding him out of the top 10. He's going to be a top 10 back. They're going to run the ball.
You know what? You know what I'm not going to do? Take advice from someone that has Jackson Dart over Patrick Mahomes. That's not what I'm going to do. Just want that to be very clear. Never going to do that.
It is.
Oh, I love it. So great.
Jackson
So great.
Pat McCollum.
Yo, by the way, your top 6 better be way off from each other after all that smack you talked about how clean up R was.
Yeah. Well, that starts out right there pretty far off. Caleb Williams for me at number 6. He's got Jalen Hurts there. I had him at 10. He has Caleb at 7. I have him at 6. That's not as big a difference. But let's talk a little bit about the Caleb Williams in general, since we talked Hurts up already. I think Caleb's going to have a great season this year. I just don't think he's going to be a top 5 guy this season. I think he's one of those guys that I always worry about these sophomore year scenarios. I'm always a little bit kind of hesitant. So that's kind of where I'm at with him right now. Scotty, what you had Caleb at 7. We didn't talk much about him because we were all engulfed in the Mahomes talk. Why you got him there at 7 versus me at 6? We're both right there at the same realm with them. Is it basically the same reason as me? You just think that he's got that chance to be top 5 or potentially not in the top 10?
Yeah, I mean, I it's the Ben Johnson thing. With the offense there, he showed a lot last year. He's a rushing quarterback. I love the rushing quarterback. So, I mean, I think we have him appropriately ranked right there. But yeah, I'm a big Caleb Williams fan. I like these young quarterbacks that can run. I'm going to invest in them. I never liked running quarterback. I never liked running quarterbacks in the past, and I've learned that they give you a huge floor in your fantasy every fantasy week. Even if they don't have great passing yards, just with their floor, they're going to get you points.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. We're going to move forward a little quicker, so I'm not going to give them a chance to hate on us. Plus, we already talked a little bit about it.
I don't think it's terrible at all.
No, it's fine.
Matthew Stafford for me at number 5 versus your Jaden Daniels. Scotty, I'm assuming you don't even have Matthew Stafford on your list at all. I'm sure a lot of people don't.
He's 12.
I put Matthew Stafford in the top 5 for a reason. The man is the reigning MVP for a reason. He has 2 of the best receivers in football to throw the ball to. He has a running game that will help people keep the box not being unstacked against his passing game. I think that this situation is calling for another potential MVP type of run, and I think Stafford should be in your top 10 at minimum. And the fact that he's not in most people's top 10 and he's being drafted as like a QB2 in Superflex, which is insane. I think that Matthew Stafford is being completely disrespected, and it's just a travesty.
Yeah, I just like I talked about before. Do you want me to talk about Daniels, or do you want me to rebuttal?
You talk about Stafford. We'll talk about Daniels here in a few minutes when he comes up on my list.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna beat a dead horse. We talked about in the other segment with the receivers. I just think they're going to run the ball this year. They're going to have a better defense. I don't think Stafford's going to have to throw the ball as much. So, and he's a 41-year-old quarterback, and he's not built like Tom Brady. So, I just don't see him getting to those numbers like he did last year.
And if you're legitimately at 5, dude, you should have him in every draft then, picking him at like 8, because you can get him at 8. You can get him at quarterback 8.
That's what
doubt.
I've been doing. That's what I've been picking him. I've been picking him almost every. Like you guys have seen me. There's him and another guy that's not on my list who I fought myself hard. I almost put him at 10, and it's Kyler Murray. I was very close to putting Kyler Murray in at 10 over Hurts, which you guys would have hated. But I was close to it because I think that both him and Stafford are being extremely underdrafted this year. In almost every single Superflex league and almost all of my single quarterback leagues I'm drafting in, I'm taking one of those 2, if not both of those 2 at a certain point, and just waiting for that opportunity to come along in the like 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th round, and like getting a stacked team in the process and still having a stud quarterback room, in my opinion. So I'm okay with that, and I think Stafford is the guy. If you want to make that value when it comes to quarterback this year, Stafford is the guy to go after. So before we get to the point where we can't see Scott at all, let's try to move forward with the next.
I know I'm outside. I got to move soon.
We're trying to get through this quick. We just got this and a few more draws. I know none of us did, Scott. None of us did, especially my sciatica. Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson sit here at the 4 spot. So I like Lamar. I think 4 is a good spot for him. Joe, I feel like 4 is a bit low. Scotty, why'd you put Joe all the way down at 4?
Because I have 3 running quarterbacks ahead of him.
All right. Well, that's a quick answer, and also we know how much you love Joe Burrow. Lamar is a running quarterback, but he does not deserve to be ahead of Joe, in my opinion. I think Lamar is right where he should be at 4 this year. He's not as much of a runner as he used to be, and I think they will try to do what they can to preserve him for the season. So I don't expect Lamar to be at the same level that he was before, which is why I put him down at 4. He still is a top 5 quarterback, though, and he still is worth the value for sure. If he falls behind a guy like Drake May, then you definitely should be taking him. Speaking of Drake May, as you notice, he is not on my list. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Drake May is completely out of the top 10. I do not think New England will have a good season this year. I think they were overrated last year. I think their season schedule was terribly helpful for them. I don't think Mike Rossini is going to be focused this year in the middle of a divorce and a future wedding. I do think that this will be a bad year for the Patriots. I will not put Drake May in my top 10 this season as a redraft ranking. Maybe Dino, absolutely, because the guy has long-term value and he's a good quarterback, I think, in the end. But I don't think this season is going to be the season for them, so I have moved him completely out of my top 10. And Scott, you got him all the way up on your podium, sitting at the bronze medal number 3 slot. What is? Are you? Is it getting too dark for you to see when you made these rankings? Is that?
I mean, I'm gonna have to move into the house, but you know what? I think you may be the only one in the universe that has Drake May out of their top 10.
I mean, me and any other smart person that understands football.
Hang on one second.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, get out of here, Scott. We don't need you here to talk about how amazing my rankings are. So, did you see? I know, Chris, you just got back from your bathroom break.
Right.
Did you see the fact that I don't have Drake May on my list whatsoever? I did not put him in my top 10. What do you think of that, Apple?
So I would have him down my list. He's definitely not in my top 5. I probably have him 7, 8. I don't have it right in front of me right now, but I feel like that's where he falls for me. I do think there's going to be regression this year, but I don't think it's going to be as far as everyone thinks. I know he has a tougher schedule. He does get A.J. Brown. He does get another year where Henderson's going to be a little better, that offense, and Vrabel's going to put things together a little more. So I don't know, but he doesn't drop out of my top 10, but he's not a top 5 to me at this point.
I agree. And, double down, Dan, I think you're probably going to be hating on me too, right? You're not a big fan of the whole move with Drake May not in the top 10?
No. I think his wide receiver core got much better than it was last year. I know the schedule is harder. I get that. I do. But he was top 3 last year. I think he can absolutely be top 3, top 5 this year.
I guess, Scott was so afraid of his take on Drake May that he decided to black out the screen. Wait a second, ladies. He is coming back for more. Here he is, guys. All he needed to do was take a quick break, and here he is back to tell us all about why he decided to put Drake May at number 3.
Well, he just went to a Super Bowl. He's got A.J. Brown there now. He's got an alpha target, and he's also a Russian quarterback. So I like Drake May. He's ascending. Like I said, I'm still baffled. I don't even know what to say on how you don't have him in the top 10. I just don't get it.
I already explained that while you were in the process of walking back.
I hope that Dan and Chris agree.
Yeah, I said that I would put him like around 7 for me, or 6 or 7. But he's top 10.
Dan said 3 to 5, right?
Yeah, Dan said a little bit higher than I did.
Yeah. So they're both smoking the crack pipe just like you. Everybody's in love with Drake May, thinking that Mike Rossini is going to do something great again. It's not going to happen. There's too much distraction. A.J. Brown is going to hurt more than he helps when it comes to distractions. So I just think that they're going to fall apart because they're the New England Patriots and they're in my division and we will kill them. Anyways, Jaden Daniels, I got him at 3. You got him at 5. I talked about how we talk about him later. I think he deserves to be in the top 3, man. I think the kid did a great job. He had a rough year last year. That sophomore season is now over. He's coming back strong. He's got 2 good receivers now with Terry McLaurin and Stephon Diggs. So I think Jaden Daniels is firmly implanted at number 3 for me. I love the rushing quarterback aspect like Scott talked about. I think he should be right where he's at. Scotty, you've got Jaden down at number 5. Why did you put Jaden below 2 guys that personally you called him 1, but I don't think he is? Drake May and Joe Burrow, I don't consider either of them to be rushing quarterbacks, and you're hyping rushing quarterbacks.
Well, Drake May is a rushing quarterback.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
No,
and I struggled. Trust me, I wanted to put Jaden Daniels over Joe Burrow, but he did. He is a slimmer quarterback. I hope he puts some muscle on this year so he doesn't get injured again. But I like I said before, I think this is the year for Joe Burrow. It's every other year for him where he gets either hurt or he throws for 50 touchdowns. So I think this is the year that Joe Burrow stays healthy and throws a ton of touchdowns. So it could have been the highest I would have put Jaden Daniels would have been 4. I'm definitely putting Drake May over him.
Did anybody else notice how much Joe Burrow looks like Macaulay Culkin?
Yes, he definitely does. Especially with
they might be related.
Blonde hair.
I think they are. I think it's like Macaulay Culkin's like illegitimate lost son. He probably had a kid with some groupie back in the Home Alone days, and Joe Burrow was the product of that. And he's doing what he can on the sidelines, but he keeps it out of the limelight.
He's an interesting dude, man. If you've watched any of the quarterback show, he's an interesting guy. Like he's
an odd one, yes.
Yeah, he's a little odd
one.
Yeah.
He's interesting in the way that like that guy that you probably hated in high school who thought he was too cool for school. Like that's the way he's interesting, in my opinion. Like I think he's the kind of guy. If I spent some time with him, I could be wrong. I don't know him. I never met him. This is just the impression I've gotten from the very little I have seen of him. But he seems like the type that I would not care for. Like I'm just gonna say that. Like I just don't think I would be friendly with him because he seems not to be my style of person. But like I said, could be wrong. Maybe he's a great guy and I'm just not seeing it. But let's move on here. Next one up. That's where I have my boy Joe. I just talked about how not of a great guy he is, but hey, he's a hell of a quarterback, right? He could throw the ball like a madman, and I think this is the season where he's going to do like Scott said and have his bounce back year. It's going to be a tough one. I think Joe is going to come out strong, man. I really do. I think this is the year to take him. He's kind of passed up. I had Lamar at 2 to start my offseason, and Jaden stayed at 3, and then Joe was at 4. I've kind of switched him up as time's gone on. Joe's climbed and then climbed again because I just think that like Scott, like it's his year. He's got T. Higgins, Chase Brown, Jamar Chase. He's got so many more weapons on that team, like legitimate, like A-type weapons on that team than either Jaden or Lamar has. So the only closest one to that is Matthew, right? And he's old and broken, like Scott says. So I think Joe deserves to be where he's at 2, and I'm not afraid to do it. Scotty, you got Lamar at 2. Why you put Lamar up there at 2?
He's the second best running quarterback on this list. We all know who's number 1 is.
Everybody knows who number 1 is.
And I think just Lamar. I think if sometimes people say a new offense could be bad for a quarterback, I think the new offense and coaching change is going to be a good thing for Lamar Jackson. I think he was just tired of the old coaching regime. They kept trying to get to the Super Bowl. They couldn't get there. And I think he's going to be rejuvenated, refreshed this year to get back to being an elite talent.
Oh, man. I think you're right about Lamar being elite talent. I just don't think you're right about him being at number 2. I think Joe and Jaden both outscore him. Just so everybody knows that it is physically possible, I guess. Joe Burrow, age 29, born in 96, and Macaulay Culkin, age 45, born in 1980. So, I mean, Macaulay could have had a kid at 16. It's not unheard of, right?
Yeah.
And it was his heyday. That was when he was rolling in the Home Alone dope. So, number 1, guys, everybody knows number 1 on quarterbacks is our boy JA17. He is the best quarterback in football. He is the best player in football. Clearly. He is the best everything in football. Number 1 by far. Scotty, I know you're not going to argue this at all. What's the gap between Josh and Joe or Lamar?
I don't think it's that far off. I mean, I do like Josh Allen a lot. I think he did get a new weapon in DJ Moore. I'm not super crazy about it. It helps that you have a running back in James Cook. We'll see how they do this year, getting into the new stadium and everything like that. So, but I don't think the gap's that far, to be honest with you. I really don't. I think Josh Allen and Lamar are kind of like on their own tier, in my opinion.
I mean, I don't agree with that, but I understand what you're saying as far as the gap not being that far. Because I do think that Josh and Joe aren't that far apart. If you want to say Josh and Lamar, I'm not going to hate you for that either. I think Josh, Joe, Jaden, Josh, Lamar, Jaden, however you want to look at it, I think all three of those guys are in that kind of tier for me where I'd be happy with getting them. The only reason I'm not taking Josh more often is because he's going so much earlier. Like we just talked about it, Chris, we were in that league, the single quarterback league together. You took Josh at the second round. And I think we're third round, right?
Yeah.
And we're sitting, it was early third, wasn't it? Like
it was early third. I'll explain why.
But so he took Josh at 33, which is, it's not early or anything. Like that's average third round or so is when we see Josh going for the most part. But Lamar falling all the way to like 6, 7, sometimes 8. You know what I'm saying? Like it's hard for me to take Josh at 3 when I know that Lamar is going to be there at 6, 7, or 8. It's just hard.
But one quick thing I want to ask Chris and Dan.
Yeah.
So Dan, you go first. Neither of us have Trevor Lawrence in the top 10. Do you agree or do you disagree?
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. I think he's just outside the top 10. I don't think he's in the top 10 at all.
Chris?
I think he replaces Dart and probably Herbert for me.
Not Patrick Mahomes. Not Mahomes.
No, I don't put him ahead of Mahomes. I put him at like 9, 10. He does have some rushing ability. He's got a lot of targets this year. Again, he's got a lot of guys. People are drafting all his receivers in round 7, all 3 of them, or round 8 or round 9, right in that range. He's got Brenton Strange there. He's got the ghost of Travis Hunter. I mean, I know he's young, but he's got a lot of opportunity there. And I just think that Lawrence is going to be throwing the ball a lot this year.
I think people are way too high on Lawrence, man. I think I might even have him under Purdy. It'd be a close call between those two for me. I know a lot of people don't like that take, but that's where I'm at.
I don't like that one.
So Bry is telling me right now, he's live texting me during this stream that you have a terrible list, and Trevor Lawrence was the 4th highest scoring quarterback last year and had the 2nd most rushing touchdowns last year.
So he posted that in the comments, and then we didn't share it, so he had just texted to you so that if
he did have the 2nd most rushing touchdowns last year. I do know that.
Listen, he's a T-Law truther. He loves that Blondie. I don't know what's wrong with that guy. He loves him. I do think if I'm looking at either one of your lists, I'd probably take out Herbert and I'd take out Jackson Dart off of Scott's list, and you could put T-Law in there for sure.
Whose list is the number? Who's the winner here, guys? Let's pick a winner before we move on. You guys, you're the judges. Me and Scott don't get a vote.
I'm going to be honest, Sean. I hate that Stafford pick at 5. He's so old, and the chances of him repeating a season like he just had with that defense coming back being better, I just don't see it. Devontae Adams is a little older. The 4 terrible tight ends.
Hey, Scott, Brian agrees with you. I mean, Brian's always going to pick Scott.
I mean, there's definitely pieces of yours that I like better, like the Dak Prescott I would move up, and Caleb Williams I'd move up a little bit. But
I'm going to agree with Sean here. I think Trader Clem's got the better list. I don't love Jaden Daniels that high. He's definitely not above Matt Stafford. I think it's insane. I think it's insane that was he not 1 or 2 of the highest producing quarterbacks last year? You don't have Stafford at all in this top 10, but you have Jackson Dart. I think that's absurd. Matt Stafford has the best, if not top 3 wide receiver core. Like, come on,
Dan? Dan, how could you say that about me? But then your fellow Buffalo Bill keeps Drake May out of the top 10.
Yeah, well, he's ridiculous for that, and he knows he's ridiculous for that. That's for sure. He knows that. You have Jackson Dart on this list. I think it's, again, really, really, really ridiculous that Matthew Stafford's not in your top 10. You can say he's old all you want. The guy does nothing but step up and produce every fucking year. There's nothing you can say about it. Except when he's hurt, he still throws 90-yard touchdowns when he's hurt. He had a bum shoulder all last year and produced top 2 in the league. Like, what do you think is going to happen? He's going to have no foot by the end of the beginning of the season?
Matthew Stafford's been hurt almost his entire career and played more games than Joe Burrow.
Agreed.
In 5 years.
Agreed on that, by the way.
Well, Burrow's been hurt most of his career.
Maybe I'm a little salty because he played for how many years? Over
Detroit.
10 years. Detroit and didn't do anything, and then went to the Rams and won a Super Bowl.
How is that his fault? You guys have a terrible front office and one of the worst ownerships at the time. Like it's ridiculous.
No, he had some good teams when he was here. We had some good. He had Calvin Johnson. He had a Hall of Famer he was throwing the ball to. Give me a break.
He's just not top 5.
Two players don't win you championships, bro. Ask the Rams. You got to go out and go cray and make it work, dude. You got to be like a on the ball GM. Like these like sit back and hate.
Is that
like
Howie Roseman?
Howie Roseman, right? Les Snead. Like there's a reason those teams are always in the top of their of the league, right? You got guys like Brandon Beane. The only reason the Bills are still at the top is because Josh Allen is literally carrying that squad. Brandon Beane has been one of the worst GMs since he's gotten there. His top picks have been horrible. He's been saving himself with rounds 4 through 6.
Yeah, I agree with Cheeky. I think the hardest list to do is definitely quarterbacks.
That's true.
That's true. Yeah, that's why me and Scott took it, because we're the most senior citizens here.
See, I like Lamar too, and Drake May. I wouldn't put him at 3, but I would have him on my list for sure. Yeah, I would have Trevor Lawrence in that dart spot, no doubt.
All right, let's move on to the next wheel spin, guys. We're gonna go back to the wheel spin here. This is our final wheel spin, and then so you know, everybody, if you haven't done this yet, this is the time. After this wheel spin is complete, the top 12 donators for the Brock Bears helmet will be locked in. There will not be. We had a long show today, guys, a really long show. You had plenty of time to get in there and make sure you made that top 12 by donating a few bucks here or there if you needed it. Scott's going to go. It looks like he's pulling up the Fund Me right now to let us know exactly where it's sitting or not.
What do you
Screw the wheel.
Spin the
That's
wheel.
it, Scott. I'm just teasing you. I think we're still at 1840. I don't think anybody's donated as of right now that I know of. I'm going to go double check real quick for you guys. But I think
also, remember we did 11, not 10. Remember we did 11.
Yes, that's right. So we have 8 more to do. That's right.
Yeah.
So we have 8 more to do. It's currently at 1840, so there have not been any donations during the show, which is fine. I just want to make sure you guys know that if you were in the top 12 when the show started, you are still in the top 12 as of now. And if you missed the top 12 when the show started, you are still missing the top 12. So get in there and donate right now. You got about 8 spins before it's going to lock in. So do it if you haven't. Chris is going to double check at the end of our spins to make sure we're GT Jizzle or I will, one of the two of us, and we'll figure it out. So I know we don't have the QR code up. It's all, the link is in the description, though. Old guard, you're right. I'm sorry I did not do the QR code. The reason I didn't do the QR code this time was because the other segment that we just did, it kind of got in the way. But now that that segment's over, I can pop it back on the screen for you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and throw it up. Hit that QR code, guys. The link is in the description. If you haven't hit the link, that's there for you as well. And we'll go ahead and get these spins started because I know everybody's getting tired and they want to find out if they made a league or not, right? Especially this guy sitting here with that that Eagles jersey behind him on the wall. He really wants to know. So 8 spins, ladies and gentlemen. 8 total spins.
I don't know what's in there. Probably a little.
All right, looks like we got go again.
Dude, that's our third.
That's real.
Which means we were going to run into the problem that we wanted to avoid altogether when it comes to the Bijan deal. We'll talk to Rilio. We'll figure it out. Rilio probably won't be too upset about it. I think. Oh no, Rilio's already in Bijan, right? So that puts him in the other two.
He's in Bijan already.
So now he'll be in the other two with us.
Yeah, he's
okay.
in a Chan and Cook.
That's good. Okay, so we're still okay. We're still okay, ladies and gentlemen. We have not ran into a problem yet. Hopefully we don't.
Number 13.
Rattlesnake.
Come on. Is it Billy? Is it Billy? It's next to Timu Kevin Nealon. That's our boy Buster Martin. Oh, wait, no. I'm sorry. Martin Brundle. Always get those two confused because they both got Martin in there. It's Martin Brundle with another victory, baby. Good job, Martin, man. One of our best supporters here at SDFS.
Absolutely. Love Martin.
So stoked that he actually got it in another one. He deserves it. He's a great guy. And he snuck his way into that top 12 right now. He's literally by $3 in the top 12 right now, guys. So, if you have $60 donated right now and you don't throw $5 in, what the hell are you doing? Because you could get into a Brock Bowers helmet league by throwing $5 more in. Of course, we know Martin is going to beat you by throwing another $2 or so in there to get ahead of you again. But whatever you have to do to try to beat Martin, do it. If you're Martin, make sure they don't beat you.
Rattlesnakes that are really
All right, so that's 2 spins, right? So we still have 5 more.
Yep.
This is number 14.
6 more.
6 more. Come on, Chris. Let's get you a win. Come on, Chris. Come on, Chris. Chris
Hey,
gets
you did
it, baby. And it's his own name, so he can't complain.
So wait, I wanted to win that way, man. I wanted to have a win. That's what I wanted. I didn't want to take one. I wanted to get myself a win.
Chris, you want Cook or Chan?
Do we pick it now?
I mean,
If you want to. If you do Cook, you'll be live on the air with us.
yeah, that
Okay,
way-
I'll do
Cook is a fast draft.
I'll do Cook.
Cook. Okay.
Is that on a
All
Thursday or a
right.
Monday? Just asking.
Thursday.
Thursday. Okay.
Thursday, 5:30, the 20th. All right. I'm super stoked you got in, man.
All right.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm glad you got in, Chris.
I'm
Thanks,
not.
All right.
You suck, Chris.
Andrew? Is it going to be Andrew Klein? Andrew Klein.
Trader Clem's
I believe-
nephew, I heard. This was interesting.
I thought it was his dry cleaner.
Yeah, it is. It's his
I actually
gynecologist.
do
for
not
sure.
know this guy. I'm sure he's somebody that signed up with us at the
Yeah.
expo.
Probably somebody signed up at the
So
expo.
Scotty will get that information, and we'll get Andrew. We'll reach out to Andrew, get him in whatever league he wants to jump in.
That's Andrew's
And,
first ticket.
That is his, I think that his first and only
It
ticket.
is. I looked.
Yeah,
Let's take it.
all that's going to be left is the.
Oh no, he's got 2 more. He's got 1 more. I'm sorry.
Chan and the Cook is really the only 2 left.
Yes, that's right. All right, so that was we got 5 more now. That was our 6th one.
We got 4 more left.
4 more.
Asli.
And it's my
Oh,
girlfriend again. Osley. She's actually here right now.
Tell her I'm cheering for her.
Let me yell at her. She's asleep on the couch right now. So I'm not going to get an answer. She just got home from work while we've been on the air, and she went right to the couch and passed out. So I won't get an answer for that one. We are going to respin because that's probably what she was going to tell me anyway. So I'll take the heat if I'm wrong. We're spinning again. So this will be number 4, correct? Or
4 more
this will
left.
be 4 more left. So this one
Number
landing.
Yep.
This is 16. Yeah.
16.
Yes, thank you. Is it going to be Troy? It's Troy.
gonna
Look at that.
So Troy's in all 3.
Troy was already in Bijan, right?
He was in a Chan and Cook. So we're gonna.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, he's not, and I think he said. I don't think he said he was going to be able to do the Bijan one.
Oh, should you think Troy would prefer a respin then? You tell me. Reach out to him and see what
I'll
you
tell
can
you what.
find out from him.
Wait, I'll trade with him. I'll take the Bijan one if he doesn't want it. He can't do it.
But he's in. This is going to be his 3rd league.
He would be in all 3.
Oh,
So
okay.
we have to talk to him to figure it out. So
I'm
we'll
just-
talk to
I'll
Troy.
help him.
If we need to, we'll respin again on Thursday morning for that final spot. We know
Okay.
that it's not going to be the Bijan, so it won't make
Yeah.
that big a difference. We'll talk to him. We'll get it figured out with him, what he wants to do. Knowing Troy, he'll probably tell us to respin because he's that kind of guy. But
Awesome.
we'll see what he has to say and go from there. Maybe he has somebody he can give it to that he likes that we can work with. So we'll see what Troy has to say. So right now it's Troy, and that would be we have 3 more left to spin.
Yeah.
So wait a second. He says add that name to the wheel. Cheeky, add my name to that wheel real quick. $30
Oh, nice.
donation.
Whoa,
Look at
cheeky.
Cheeky.
You beautiful.
Did I miss him on a spin? Did we miss him on a spin? I hope not.
No.
I hope he it looks like he just posted that. Hopefully it was before that most recent spin. All right, let's get Cheeky on here. We're just gonna throw him in here as Cheeky Hobson, even though we know his name is Steve Smith. Because I like Cheeky Hobson better. Not that I like it better in your name, but I just think it's a cool handle.
Oh, you want to say something beautiful?
There it is, Cheeky. You're in there, buddy. 3 more spins. Let's get Cheeky going.
Yep. Get him in there.
Get him in there, baby.
Good job, cheeky. Jimmy.
Jimmy Mayers. That's our boy, dude.
Second, I think that might be his second one.
That at least his second, if not third,
that
I
might be his
thought.
third.
Yeah, you'll have to double check that if he's in Bijan already or not, because I think that should be his third. I feel like
It's two.
Is
I'm
it
looking
two?
back. Yeah, he got one last time and one tonight.
Oh yeah, because here's his third name still on the board.
Yeah.
So he said whatever the other fast one is. So
Perfect.
So
that would be Cook, right?
That'd be Cook.
Cook on the 20th, brother. You are in Cook on the 20th with us, me, and Dan, and Chris, right? And
Yep.
Scott, you're not in the Cook yet, right?
No.
Or you're not in the Cook. You're in Bijan.
I'm just in Bijan.
Okay. If you need to move to Cook, we might have to move you, depending on what's his name has to say. Troy. We'll see how it plays out. Damien? Is it going to stay on Damien? So close. Oh, it stayed on Damien. Oh, that was so close to sneaking up to Colby.
So he's in all three.
Spliskin. But he was already in Bijan, right? So we didn't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Good job, Spliskin.
All right, so this is the final
spin.
Final spin, ladies and gentlemen. There's still one big name on here that hasn't gotten in. I'm going to circle it with my arrow. I would love to see Billy get in. All right, come on, guys. Let's go. Everybody else on that list deserves it too, but I really want to see Billy get one. Is it going to come back around? It's going to be Scott!
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God.
Well, you know what? Sean and I talked about this. I think what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to give it to somebody that I think well deserves it. And we met this gentleman a few months ago, and he's been a tremendous asset for us with all of this memorabilia that he's been giving us to donate. And so I'm going to give it to Billy because, like I said, without Billy, we wouldn't be spinning this wheel right now.
I agree, 100%. You know, and Billy, man, we thank you so much, doggy. Please let me pay you my share soon. Billy's been hiding from me. I keep trying to pay him for all my part of the gifts or the giveaways that we've been doing, and he's hiding from me because he's that kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? Not because he doesn't. You know, it's not because he's anything shady. It's because he doesn't. I don't think he's really going to force me to do it, and I'm not going to let him do that. I'm going to make sure that I get ourselves covered because that's the kind of guy he is, and he deserves to get back what he should get back. So I'm super glad he did that.
We should try and get him into the Cook League because then he could draft with us live because he does do Thursday nights, if it's possible.
Yeah, and we'll talk to him. We'll see what he says. If he wants to get in on that Cook League, then he's absolutely welcome to. I'd love to have him.
Yeah, so just let everybody know. All the names are drawn. We'll double check with everybody, make sure everybody's in the league that they want. Give me a couple days to do that. I'll coordinate it with Sean, and then we'll do a master list, and we'll put it out for everybody to see. So everybody has a master list. Everybody knows what league everyone's drafting in, and then we'll just we'll have fun. And really, the only one we have left is the Brock Bowers helmet. Drum roll, Sean. Who's the top 12?
Yes, sir. The top 12 and the Brock Bowers helmet. Let me make sure that our boy. You know what? I think Cheeky bumped Martin with the donation. I think he did. Martin, I am so sorry to tell you this, buddy, but I think Cheeky popped you out the list, man. I think he did because he had 60 already in there, and he just donated another 20, which put him at 90, which now gives him that last spot. Let me double check this. This is the order as of right now. Chris Kerr, number 1, you are in the league, buddy. Tim Broderick, congratulations, you are in the league. Myself, congratulations, I'm in the league. Troy, our boy Troy, the last one to see Scott's phone alive, is in the league. Colby Conway, the writer of all writers, the fantasy guru. If you haven't read one of his articles, where have you been? Colby Conway, you are in the league. Our boy Christopher Calfee, the man with the dancing shoes. He can dance better than Michael Jackson in his prime. You are in the league, my friend. Jimmy Mayers, $91 donation. Makes it happen. You and your comments are in the league, buddy. our best friend over at Lightning Leagues. Not to hate on Dick, but you are in the league. Really, Master Antonio, my friend. And then, of course, our buddy Scott Fitzgerald is in the league. Robert Benson, good contributor to the show, commenting all the time. You are in the league. Joey Jojo Jacobs, good friend of the show, just celebrated his father's birthday. Happy for you, my friend. You are in the league. Our boy Cheeky Hobson, aka Steven Smith, aka Cheeky Bot God, you are in the league. And that is our top 12, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to all of you guys that we mentioned right now. We will get everybody out there invites, get that league kicked off here in the next, probably tomorrow. It gets started as soon as all you guys are in there. And the other two leagues, they're drafted on Thursday coming up. This Thursday is the Bijan. Next Thursday is the Cook. And then we are complete with our charity leagues, but that is not all. We still have the drawing coming up. We were going to do it on the last Sunday before the show or before the season. We decided to move it to Labor Day because we're going to be spending our entire Sunday show working with our friends over at DGen and our collab show kickoff. We're going to save the helmet drawing for Sunday on our personal show and make sure that everybody has one extra day to have a chance at getting another ticket. All of you guys that have been here with us from the beginning, you're going to get extra tickets. All of you guys that have donated, you're going to get tickets. Everybody from the expo who's subscribed, you're getting tickets. We are going to make sure that everybody has a ticket to go around, and we are going to find out who wins that Jamar Chase beautiful salute to service autograph helmet. And man, I cannot wait for that. And thank you guys all so much for everything. It's been such a great time. Like, we nearly hit our 2,000. We already hit our 1,800. You guys are just like an epic group. I'm so excited to see how this plays out as we move forward and, continue these donation leagues on literally it's like we're supercharging our donation leagues next year, guys. We're going to have such a cool format. I can't wait to get all that ready to kick off. And in the meantime, man, you guys,
Sean, did we miss a donation?
Let me look and see. I have to go back and look at the donations again and verify and make sure. But did we not call your name out there, Mr. Holgard? I thought I did holler out his name. Let me double check. Hang in there, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, there is another donation that came through. The most recent ones. Here we go. We'll do it this way. Top donators. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm going to have to double check all these things here, guys, for you guys. But as of right now, we do have 1,900 in here. So I know Cheeky said he donated, which we were at 1,840. So that's another 60 that's been put in here. So if you put another $30 in, Old Guard, at some point,
he said he put in 100.
Yes, which you should have been already on the list.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Unless he just put 100 in just now.
What's his name? Because I can tell you if you read it.
Yeah, Old Guard, tell us your name again real quick so that I'm not mistaken as far as who you are. Because I thought I called your name out, but I could have just missed it or not called it out. Because I was reading it off of my list on my spreadsheet, which we noticed in the beginning of the show when I didn't have all the leagues figured out exactly. It might not have been fully updated.
He said Mark Jeffries, and I never heard Mark Jeffries. He said he put in over 100.
Let's see here.
At the very beginning of the donations, there were anonymous donations, I think.
Yeah, I see 30 for Mark Jeffries. I see 30 for anonymous. Did you do it back to back, Mark? And that maybe what happened when they were anonymous? Because I see one that happened 12 minutes and 13 minutes that were back to back, one anonymous, one Mark. So that could have been the case. And they jumped in there at the last minute. And I didn't realize it because they weren't as one big donation and they were back to back to back.
With a different name.
Yeah, with a different name. I'm so sorry, Mark. I feel terrible for not getting you in on things. But, honestly, I think I should just give him my seat in James Cook, which I'm fine with if I have to. I'm okay with doing that. So, Mark,
what did I say? 40, 30.
40, 30, 30, 30. I remember the anonymous for you, Mark. I absolutely 100% remember that.
I saw it. So real quick, there's zero chance you're not drafting the James Cook. You got to take mine. I'm in the Brock Bowers. I'm happy with that, dude. Why don't you take the James Cook? Because you should be in the James Cook more than I should be in the James Cook.
It's totally fine. I don't mind. I just want to make sure
that he gets on you the entire draft. Do you have another one?
I only took the one. I gave away my other intro.
I'll happily do that if you want to draft that one, man, because I feel like you deserve that one more than I
do. Why don't we co-team?
All right, let's do it.
Why don't we co-team, me and you? We'll co-team that one.
That'll be fun because it'll be on the draft.
And we'll give Mark that other spot in that one because he deserves an opportunity to get in at least one of these leagues. And then he should be in the top 12 as well. If you did 30, 30, and 40, because I know you did the 30 for the anonymous donation that we talked about earlier. So I'll definitely make sure that you get in the Bowers League too. So that means that somebody is not going to be in. I'm sorry, guys. We'll have to figure that out. But we'll work on that between the $90 people. Maybe we'll do a spin or something for you guys on Thursday to lock that in. We'll make that work, whatever's going to happen. But I want to make sure that you deserve it. I want to make sure you get in it. So we'll do that. Me and Chris will team up together on the James Cook Jersey League, and you can have that other spot in that league. And that way, at least you get in that, and you get in Bowers. So, again, I'm sorry about that, Mark. I'm just glad that everybody donated. Thank you guys so much, because it is 100% meant to go to Fantasy Cares. We're not doing this for anything for us. We're donating all of that money to them. So he says he doesn't want to take your spot, Chris. He says he just wants in the Bowers League. So I mean, it's up to you, brother. If you want to do that, I appreciate that. You know, I know you're a really good guy, man. So everything you've done so far, you're going to be in the Bowers League no matter what. You know, even if I back out, I'm fine with that. But I want to make sure you get into something. You deserve it.
Agreed.
So, but thanks again, everybody. I mean, I've said this so many times. Thank you again. I really, really do appreciate everything. We all really appreciate everything you guys have done. This has been a big deal for all of us. We've been really excited to do it. It was a great time. We reached our goal. We got through everything to the point to where we feel like moving forward, this can be a huge deal and a huge part of what we do. And I'm just really excited about it. You know, I don't want to get choked up talking about it too much, but it's definitely exciting for me to be at this boat. And Chris, man, Dan, Scott, all you guys in the audience, I appreciate every single one of you guys help us get here.
Thank you.
Yeah, all right, Sean.
Yeah.
So, guys, on that note, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to the show. Get in hold of us if you guys heard your name today. We'll get things squared away for you, Mark. Thank you guys for joining us on this extremely long show. I have to go to the bathroom extremely bad right now, so we are going to sign off. For myself, Sean, Trader Clem, my co-host Scott, Run the Hurry Up, Buster Martin, a.k.a. Chris, and Double Down Gone Dan, who knows everything there is to know about betting. We are Sudden Death Fantasy Sports, and we are out of here.